Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another interesting, captivating, and transformational section of DSA's 53rd birthday celebration. We've been doing this for the past 24 days. Today is day 25. Welcome back. And those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. We're really happy to have you here with us, and we believe that you're going to have such a great time. So please stay with us, but don't just stay with us. Take another step, and please share this link with as many people as you can. Share it in private groups, share it through private messages, and of course, share it on your wall and on your timeline. We need as many people as possible to join us today because we're going to have an interesting guest all the way from the Middle East, and she's going to be sharing with us her interesting and life-transforming experience with DSA. His birthday is just a few days away now. It's going to be on the 28th of May. But since the 1st, he said he wants to celebrate people whose lives have been transformed because they've known him. Now, most of these people have not even met him personally. They've just listened to his messages, read his books, consumed his materials online, and they've been able to make use of what they have gotten to transform themselves. And they're sharing with us their unique experiences. There are many of them out there, but these are the few that we could bring along with us on this particular journey of celebrating DS's 53rd birthday. He said, I don't want to celebrate it alone. I want to celebrate people because I live for people. All that I do is for people because that's what I was commanded to do, and that's my purpose here on earth. So please share this link and let's start our journey today. All the way from Beirut, Lebanon, we're going to be welcoming our special guest, Mary Michael Odey. Hello, Miss Mary. Welcome to the show today.
Good evening.
It's fantastic having you here with us. What is it like living in Lebanon?
Wow. It's not that good, but we are coping.
Okay. You said it's not that good. Well, I believe that at least to an extent, you've been able to make do with your time, which is why you're here. So I guess it's not all bad.
Yes.
Because I've realized that if you've been observant, most of the people who we've had on the show, they are Nigerians, but they are Nigerians in the diaspora, not mainly Nigerians who are actually living in Nigeria. So that gives me great pleasure.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So welcome to the show today. Please tell us about yourself.
Thank you so much. Good evening, family. My name is Mrs. Mary Odey, and I'm a Nigerian from Cross River State, Ogoja, from the Kwara local government. In case those who may be thinking which part of the Kwara, I'm from a village called Inyanya Ulim.
Oh, wow.
People who know the Kwara, we know that.
Okay.
So I'm from Inyanya Ulim, yeah. And I'm 36 years old, a mother of two, a boy and a girl.
All right.
And I'm from a polygamous home.
Wow.
And I'm living here in Lebanon for about 2 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So what took you to Lebanon?
What brought me here to Lebanon is work, actually. I came here for work.
All right.
Yeah. I've been here before, though.
Okay.
In 2004, in 2004, I came here. I spent like 9 years in this country.
Oh, wow.
Before I traveled back home and got married. Then things was not that okay, so I have to come back again.
Okay, so are you there with your family, or you're just there alone working and then coming back every now and again?
I'm just here alone. My family are back home.
Wow, you're really brave.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us. Oh yeah? Do you have a lot of churches there? What language do they speak in Lebanon?
It's Arab and French. And French.
Do you speak anyone?
Yeah, I speak French and Arab. I understand, but I cannot speak it that much.
Okay.
So.
That's good. So what is it like spiritually for Christians in Lebanon? Because I believe you're one. You'll be telling us, of course, how your Christian journey started. But what is it like for Christians in Lebanon?
Christian over here. You know, me, I'm a Catholic.
Oh, okay.
I don't really know. Yeah, I'm a Catholic. So there are Pentecostals who are like, they are doing their thing like people who are doing in Nigeria. So they also do their same thing, yeah. But I don't belong to Pentecostal. I belong to, Catholic, and I go to the white man church. You know, Catholic here is the white people, not the black ones. So
True. So you have the Catholic Church there. You can worship, openly, and you're not being intimidated and nothing like that.
No.
Okay.
It's over here, yeah.
Wow, we've not had many Catholics here. Most of the people that we've had, they are either they were in Catholic before, but they switched to the Pentecostal and things like that. So your story must really be interesting. How did you find out about DSA?
Oh, before I go into that,
just
permit me to say something to our viewers before I can go into how I came to meet DSA. Please.
All right, please go ahead.
First of all, I would like to tell our family, our viewers, they are a very lovely family. And by the way, I will tell them that I'm sorry today I'm not there in the comment section. I'm sitting here today, which I'm very happy.
Okay.
So my story today is going to be a very heartbroken story. And please, I don't want you people to be that so much sad for me, because I'm already out of it. But the reason why I want to say this story is because there are thousands of children who are suffering right now, who are going through the pain I went through. So that is the reason why I am sitting here today. If you want to feel sorry when I'm talking about my story, please, you have to think about those kids. That is what you will be sorry for, not me. Because me, really, God has set me free. So before we start, before we start this program, from day one, I'm here. So it's something, I have this burden in me that you have to go live. You have to go live to talk about your story. But I was kind of saying that, no, I can't do it. How can I just go live and speak for the world to listen? I was, so I said I can't do it. Did you know what happened?
No.
Then somebody from the platform, God used somebody from the platform to bring me out here. This brother sent a message to my inbox, and he greeted me and said, Sister Mary, I know you may not know me, but I see that you are following DSA, and the last time you called in, and your story was so touching. Are you going to come up live? I said, I don't think so. I started trying to give him excuse, because I was telling him, my network is not a good network, and we are working, I cannot, and something like that. So when I finished telling him that, he was kind of, I hope, because your story really, it will really touch life. So within me, I was kind of asking, last time that I called, I didn't even talk about my real story. But why would he say that my story will touch life? So he just touched me. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. But a voice came to my head and said, my daughter, after all what I have done for you, I have helped you, I have even protected you. When you are in danger, I protect you just for this day. And now you don't talk anything about it? That means really. So that hit me so bad that I pick up my phone and I send this brother a voice note. I said, did you know what? I am going to go for it. I don't care what will happen. Wow. He was kind of, wow, Mary, I can't believe this. That will be very nice. So immediately I sent voice to DSA, and he replied. Did you know what? Something about DSA that I don't understand?
What is that?
It's like he is just waiting. He knows that somebody wants to send him a message. He is just waiting to reply.
Okay.
My God, this man.
So he was so enthusiastic to hear from you, and you could sense that from the way he replied.
Yes. I see, my God, I was just saying that, my God, how this man reply messages? Because I have been sending him before, and the same thing. So that is why I'm here. And please, our viewers, I am really here for the orphans who are out there. Not only the orphans, there are some kids who are with their parents that are suffering. People will come to deceive their parents and tell them that I'm going to help your child. I'm going to train your child. Give your child to me. And they will be deceived. They will give out their children, and their children will end up suffering. So really, I have that burden in me ever since. So I really want to speak out my story. And for those, you really, if you know that you have a child that you are feeling for, you have that feeling for, and you know that child is suffering, please, you will take my story and help that child. because that is why we are in this DSA family, the family of truth. I will never, I can't even find a family like this family. DSA has really shown us what is the meaning of truth. So please, as the truth family that we are, we really need to help those orphans who are out there. That is the reason why I'm here. I'm not here to make name for myself. I'm not here to be famous. Please.
That's unavoidable at this point, because when you carry a message, there's no way your name will not be attached to it, especially with the passion and the love that you have for what you're talking about. But we understand you. Please go ahead.
Okay. So my story all started when when my dad abandoned us in the village. I was born in Maiduguri. In Maiduguri, then they now transferred my dad to Kano. From then, my grandmom, my mom have 7 children and she lost 1. We are now 6, 4 girls and 2 boys. So my grandmom was kind of worried that my mom, she's just giving birth to female child, that she wants male, and that my dad have to get married to someone else. So that pressure to my dad is now become too much. So they called him to go to the village. He went to the village with my elder sister. So when he got there, they did their plan, whatever they want to do, they did their plan. And he came back. So my sister told my mom that, look, dad is planning to get married. But my mom did not take her serious because you are just a child. You don't know what you are talking about. So before we know, this lady, she's a widow, though she's a widow. She have 3 kids, first husband. And I think her last child was just 2 years old. And she's a friend to my auntie. That is my dad's sister. She's a best friend to my dad's sister.
Okay.
So, yeah, so when they did all this plan together, the both of them now went down to Kano. So when they came to Kano, already my dad left them there. He didn't come to Kano with them. He just came to Kano alone. Then later on, they now came. My sister now told my mom that, this is the woman that I was telling you about, that daddy is talking. He's saying that he wants to get married to. But my mom didn't believe her because they are kind of related with my mom, this woman. They are related. So she cannot get herself to believe. How can her own sister just come and know? She didn't believe it. Yes. So this woman now, she now told my mom that since her husband is dead, that she wants to come here to look for work, because my mom, she work with Lebanese, she's a cook, and she's kind of, she gives people work. Anybody who is looking for work, they say, go and look for Teresa. She's going to give you a job because she have been with Lebanese for so long. So even the Lebanese people, they know her as somebody like who is giving them somebody, So she was kind of, I'm ready to help you. So she looked for a job for her, but because that is not what she's there for. Since it's not what she's there for, she knows what she's there for. So any work that they give to her, she keep complaining. She'll be complaining, they are not good, they are not that. So we are calling this woman auntie. And this woman is calling my dad brother. So that is how we are. To the extent that brother now got auntie pregnant.
Wow. Was she living in your house?
Yeah, she was living with us, with my auntie that brought her. So she became pregnant. That is where my mom now believes what my sister told her. That is where all the battle started. They started fighting my mom. They want my mom to leave, that they don't need her. She's not giving them what they want. Now they have a new wife. The trouble become too much. And my mom said, I am not going to leave this house because my dad wedded her. She said that she have promised God that she'll get do them fast, but she is not going anywhere. I could remember how they used to throw my mom luggage out. They will put it out and she will put it back. They used to fight her and all that. So the problem now becomes too much that they send a letter to my dad that okay, he should bring my mom to the village so that they can settle the quarrel. Not knowing that all this was just a plan for my dad to just go and leave her there, the village, and continue his life with his new wife. So that is how we went to the village. I think then my mom was pregnant also. So we went to the village thinking that my mom was not prepared because she was thinking that she's just going to settle the problem and then she will go back to Kano. But that never happened. My dad left us there and he went back to his wife. So we started suffering in the village. My mom gave birth there in the village there, and my grandmom, she never loved us. She hates my mom with passion.
Wow.
The way she hates my mom, how she hates us. She hates us so much that she cannot even let us to take any of her food. So my mom became a farmer.
Was there a reason for that?
I don't just know. All I know is that she is not giving birth to a male child.
Oh, that was all that it took for your grandmom to hate all of you?
Yes, that is what I know for then. That is what I know. So my mom became a farmer. She do go to people farm. Sometimes they will give her food. Sometimes they give her money. So she do travel all around the village. And when she have this, my little sister, I used to go with her because I'm the one who used to take care of my little sister for her to do this farm.
Okay.
Later on, the sufferness become too much that I have one of my younger sisters, she become very ill. She have this sickness, pile sickness. So when she go to the toilet, her anus will come out. So that sickness becomes so terrible that my mom cannot even save money anymore. All her money is going in that child life and all that. So there is this native herbal doctor man that is there. Is the one that she used to take this girl there and for treatment. It now got to a certain time that point that my mom could not pay him anymore. This man told my mom to become a slave for him. Wow. You have to work for me to treat your child. And my sister was so, she became a skeleton. It's only head that you will see. Wow. To the extent that people go there to visit my mom, and they will tell my mom, just throw away this child. She will just waste your money. Throw her away. So my mom would cry. She would say, "No, this is my daughter. I can't throw my daughter away. I'm going to see the end of it." So that is how she's there, suffering for that man, farming for the man, so that he can treat the girl. So that my auntie that gave my stepmom to my dad, she also got pregnant to a man who is living with us in Kano there in our compound. This man also has a wife, that she have 3 girls. So this man also don't want his wife because she is having a girl. So he now got my auntie pregnant and leave his wife, and then I moved to Abuja. He left his wife there in Kano. He moved with my auntie to Abuja. Then my auntie gave birth to twins. Then she have one of my cousins who was living with her.
Twin boys or girls? No,
one girl and boy. A boy and girl that she
Did she move with the man to Abuja?
Yes. The man took her. They took her and they went to Abuja. They were living there, and he left his wife. So later on, and my stepmom, she gave birth to a baby boy. Can you imagine? That is what they are looking for. She's here and she gave birth to baby boy. So what would they need my mom for? She cannot give them what they want. So I think that was the hatred and all that. So later on, my cousin who was living with my auntie that have twins, she was kind of stubborn. Then my auntie don't need her anymore. She took her back to the village. Then when she got to the village, already she have told my dad that she needs somebody. My dad told her that I have girls there in the village. You can go and pick anyone you feel like. So she came there in the village. And she wanted to take my elder sister, but they say no, she's older enough that she will not listen to her. So she now decided to take me. And I was the one who used to help my mom. I was the one who used to help my mom. So she said she need me. But the girl that she took before, my cousin sister that she took before, warned me, said that don't go with this woman. If you go with her, you are going to suffer. Don't go with her. For me, I said no, because I'm already tired in the village. We are not used to village. So I was kind of happy. No, my God, I want to go to the city. We are farming here. We are doing all this, so I don't want to stay. So she said, okay, if you want to go, follow her. I said, yeah, she is my dad's sister. She cannot did what she did to you, to me. So I have to go with her. So the very day we are leaving, we went to her husband's village before the next day we traveled to Abuja. So when I get to her husband's village, I started noticing some things in her character, because she also hates my mom. Up to today that I'm telling you, she hates my mom with passion. So when I arrived to her husband's village, I started crying. I say no, because I have never left my mom before. I started crying. I said, no, I want to go back to my mom. I want to go back to my mom.
How old were you at this point?
I was 8 years old, I think 8, yeah.
Wow.
So,
and they were sending you off to another city?
Yes. So I was crying that, no, I don't want to stay here. I want to go back to my mom. So I was planning to run away, because the village is not far from my dad's village. So I was planning that, okay, in the night, I'm going to run away. So it's like she knows, because when I'm crying that I want to go back, she knows that I will run away if she leaves me. So she don't give me the gap anymore. She put people who are following me around. Anywhere I want to go, they follow me around. So that is how I followed her to Abuja. My God. I followed her to Abuja. She was a farmer in Abuja. That farm that I was running from in the village, my auntie was a farmer. She is farming, and she is selling, she was selling this beans cake. She's hawking beans cake. She was selling that beans cake. So the very day I arrived in her house, the next day, we went to the farm. So I started asking myself, wait, I'm running away from the village because of this farm. And here I am.
In the city, in another farm.
Yes. So I was kind of, what can I do? It's okay. Since I'm here, I could not even escape in the village. Is it here that I will escape? I cannot escape. So I will just
So
be
she
whatever.
didn't even take you to school or try to put you in any educational structure?
No, at all. She don't even think about that. And when I was a child, I'm so beautiful. I have hair all over me. So people always admired me. Wow, they called her, because she's Mary also. They named me after her. They say, Sister Mary, this is your daughter. Wow, she become jealous.
Of an 8-year-old?
Yes, she become, because how can people always admire me and be saying this to this world? Sometimes people will just take me and be plaiting my hair and all that. So one day she just came back from that and said, come and sit down here. I sat down, and she brought a razor blade, and she scraped everything out of my head.
She removed all your hair?
Yeah, she scraped everything. She take off everything. That is the last day I have ever have hair in her house. Anytime the thing is getting dark, she will scrape it out. Anytime she sees it's getting dark, she will scrape it. So people now, they don't know the difference of me, whether I'm a boy or a girl. They don't know anymore, because she keep on scraping my hair and all that. So
at this point, all you were doing was farming and doing house chores?
Yes. Farming and doing house job and all that. And her kids were going to school. Her kids was going to, they go to school, but me, no.
What was her husband doing throughout all of this? Was he working?
Yeah, her husband was working with this Julius beggar. Then he was working with them.
All right. So, what of your dad? What was he doing in Maiduguri exactly?
No. My dad moved to Kano, in Kano.
Okay,
he was there in Kano with them.
So what was he doing there? Business or what?
I don't know, because he was working before. He was working in this company of Vaseline. They produce Vaseline. He was working in that company before they transfer him to Kano. So okay. I don't know whether he continued the job or something. I don't know, because
so he just abandoned you guys and you lost contact with him.
Yes. So for me now, I don't know anything about my dad anymore. I don't know anything about my mom anymore. I'm just with my auntie going through all what I'm passing through. So when she started selling this beans cake, it was not moving for her. She now switched to cassava. That is akpu. I don't know if you are Nigeria there, you know what is akpu, this afufu. She turned to
Yes.
this business.
It's
Yeah, she
flour
turned to
that you
this.
use to make food that you swallow, right?
Yes, 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 yes. So
Okay.
now I used to be the one now to hawk this fufu.
At
I
8 years
take it
old.
every. Yeah, then I was I think nine now. I hawk it everywhere, and anytime I take it out, if I didn't sell it all, I won't come back home that day because I have to finish it, or I will not eat. And my punishment, food and sleeping. I don't used to sleep, and that sleep issue is affecting me up to today. I don't know how to sleep in the afternoon, even night, sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. Because I think I lived with her for about 5 years or 4 years. All that years, I don't know what is, because my punishment, I don't sleep all night. I have to kneel down till the next day. That is
Wow.
my punishment. Yeah. So, and I suffer to the extent that I become a stubborn child. I become so stubborn because it get to a stage that I say that I just want to die because I don't even believe whether my family are still alive because nobody was asking about me. I just said, okay, maybe my mom, all these sufferness in the village, maybe they are dead or something because no one was asking about me. So I said, I don't know what to do. So I become so stubborn because I was looking for death. I don't care. I do anything. And the way they used to beat me, razor blade. That is what they use on my body.
Wow.
They will mark my body, they will mark it all over and put a pepper on it.
What?
Put that pepper, then they will tie up my hand, tie up my feet, so that the thing, they cooked me. I was cooked.
My
Not that.
God.
And every time I used to have that. That is my punishment. And who is doing this is her husband. Her husband is a wicked man that I have never seen in this life. The man is such a wicked man. I used to tell my friends then, I used to tell them that it's like this man. People do go to school to learn how to do good things, but my own uncle go to school to learn how to beat, how to punish children. So I was kind of, anything, like when the DSA was talking about his story, saying how he's eating things from eating sand and all this, I was just saying that DSA, we are just eating sand. Anything at all eatable, I do eat just to survive.
My
Because they
God.
don't feed. Because they don't feed. Go to the extent that when I go to farm, this select church, really, this select church, I will say, really, they are the one who really saved me.
Wow.
Because this select church, they have a place that they do when they do used to go to do a sacrifice. I know they are doing a sacrifice for their gods. Sometimes they cook food. Sometimes it's snacks. They will pour it around and do their incantation and all over what they will do and leave. So me, I will just wait and be watching them. When they finish whatever they are doing, I was the ghost who is it?
So they were sacrificing to you because that was your lunch, that was your dinner and breakfast. My God.
So
Wow.
I will just wait for them. When they do that thing, I will just go and eat everything. I will eat everything. Sometimes I take it to the farm because I don't used to go to the farm with food or water. So I will take it, I will eat and go to the river somewhere and
Wait,
drink.
I don't understand. So even when you're going to the farm, they don't give you food.
No, 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 no.
So how
At all.
exactly do they expect you to survive?
Hi, my God. I tell you, this woman hates my mom that she was even wishing my death, the way I see it. But it's like
But if
God
they
said
want you
that,
to work in the farm, at least you need strength, right? So they didn't give you anything whatsoever to feed.
no, 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 no. I go to farm empty stomach. Then when I come back, I have to go and fetch water. After fetching water, before I can now, even that food that they will give me, I have to just try my best not to hurt them, because if I do something wrong, I will be punished with that food. And thank God to one Yoruba woman in our compound. This woman, she's selling rice. She do hawk rice, she cook rice and hawk. So she see the kind of sufferness I'm suffering in that house. So anytime she's going, she will keep food for me. She will just tell me, Mary, I put food in so place. So when your auntie is not here, go and eat it.
So she even has to hide it so that your auntie and her
Yeah.
husband wouldn't see it.
Ooh, there was a day that I went to take the food. My auntie was not around. So I go to take the food. On my way coming back, my auntie was just coming and she saw me. Oh my God, that day was hell. That day was hell. I was kind of, for me, the beating is nothing for me, because already for me, I have decided that I want to die. I don't care what they do. And the day they don't even beat me, I feel sick inside of me. I become so stubborn that anywhere I go, if she send me for an errand, when I'm coming back, a mother and a child will follow me with her child, because all those beating, I have to give it to other children outside.
Wow.
Any child at all, I have, because I am just kind of, I become so, I don't know what I become.
You became violent. You were acting out because of all the torture and the pain you were going through.
I fight a lot. I don't even care who you are. Adult, child, anywhere I am, you can. And I was so smart. That is what helped me then. So anywhere I go, you cannot cheat me. You cannot just do me something and go free. She will tell me that I hate you I hate what you do, but the smartness that you have, that is the only thing I like about you, because people cannot just do you something and go free. That is the only thing I like about you. And all this while that I'm saying this, I don't have clothes. I have 2 clothes, just 2. One, maybe sometime, they don't used to go to church all the time. Sometimes once in a month, twice in a month. He's not that kind of church person. So that one clothes, the day we would go to church, but one is everyday farm clothes, I will sleep with it, I wash it. Shoes, I don't know what is shoes. I don't put shoes.
So you were doing all of this, going to the farm, coming back, hawking things, barefooted?
Barefooted. So there was a day, a nail pierced into my leg and it went in all. So I have to pull it out. And that day she was not at home. She gave me, I was filtering this apple of a thing. So it's the chaff that I took to throw away in the dustbin that I got that. Nobody was at home that day. It was so sunny. So when I pulled out that nail, the blood was just rushing out. So I came home, I was crying and shouting. Nobody was at home. But God just sent an angel. A man just walking, just came into our neighbor. He went out, but he just came in. And when he saw me, I was crying and the blood was rushing. He rushed me to a nearby chemist and they treated me. I become so weak because I did not eat, and with all this blood that was going out and all that. So when they give me food and they treated me, and he asked me to go and lie down and rest. I say, you want my auntie to just come here and kill me? I should go and lie down. And she come back now and see me that I'm lying down. Did you know what will happen to me? This guy said that I asked you to go and lie down. Leave your auntie. She will come. Just go and lie down. What I said, it was true. I went and lie down and the kids were outside. So this brother said, I will look after them. And even the apple that I was filtering and I left it. Everything, I just left it there. I went and lied down. So when she came back, she saw me. I was laying down there. What she did, she started hitting me with my leg. What? You leave my children outside here and you are here sleeping? She started hitting me. So I started screaming. Then the man thought that maybe I am feeling the pain because he didn't notice when my auntie came in. So he was thinking that I was feeling the pain. That is why I'm shouting. So when he came in, he saw this. She saw her. He said, my God, Adimi, you are not somebody's wife. I am going to just accuse you now. Can't you ask questions? You know, with this blood, they didn't, he said, leave the blood so that she will come and see it. You now ask her, wait, didn't you see all this blood here? Can't you ask questions? Have you ever saw her a day like this, like that? And I never used to be sick. I'm just strong. With all the things I'm picking and eating from the floor, with all the things I'm doing, I am just strong. So he started shouting at her, why are you doing this to this girl? You want to kill her? Look at her feet and see what is happening to her. So she was kind of, I don't know, and all that. But did you think that I rest with that feet? Keep walking with it.
So you were still walking with it and going to the farm with it?
Yes. Yes.
Did she at least try to treat it?
But no treatment. She will only boil water and ask me to press it and all that. So the thing now become, it started having pus.
To swell
I could not be, yes. So I could not match it anymore. So it becomes so serious that she have to pay attention to it. So she started treating it. Wow. From then, that's that is her husband wife, the one that he left in Kano with 3 children. The woman was suffering in Kano, so she had to bring the 3 children to her husband that she cannot anymore. So she brought them to him. My God, please, if you know that you are a mother, better take care of your child than giving it to your husband. While you are alive, you are not dead. Don't give your children to somebody, to your husband, wife, or something that you are tired because it's not. Who are you punishing? You are punishing the child. It's not that you are trying to punish the man that by giving him the children, he's going to suffer or something. No. The same thing these children started going through, like I am going, the same maltreatment that they are giving to them.
So you are now 4 in your suffering?
Yes, now 4. Yes, we are now 4. But the first daughter, she was older than me. So she's a very stubborn child. She steals, she do so many things. So she now put the burden more on me because she was kind of a girl that she's so cunning. When she steals, she know how to make her way so that everything will come on my head. So I don't know how to defend myself. I will be having that beating. So one lucky day like this, God did something so wonderful. They are having a meeting in our compound. A woman came to that meeting. She just from work and she attended the meeting. So she was having a banana branch, a whole banana. The branch, she brought it. So she could not go to her house before she come back to the meeting. She just branched. So this girl now plugged one of it. So her sister saw her when she plugged it. And when she steal, whatever she was told, she would just go and put it in her bag. So when she plugged it, she went and put it there. Then the sister saw her. They say, we are going to tell daddy. We are going to tell daddy. So while they are just saying this, their dad heard them and said, what are you people discussing about here? You are going to tell daddy what? They now say, look at, Helen has stole a banana that is here and she put it in her bag. Then the man went and take it and put it back and pleaded with the woman that, oh, my children were playing and they did this. So when the meeting was over, that is where I got saved from the stealing side because they went and opened her bag. My God. Everything.
And they saw all the things they've been beating you for.
Yes. Everything was just, she will just tie it and put, because really, I don't blame her because they are not feeding us. So when we have the little opportunity, we see anything, we will just take it and just, so
hide it away.
I didn't really blame her. Hide it anywhere to, when we have our time, we just go and eat. Did you know what this man did to his own daughter?
What?
He took a stone. It was hitting in her hand. Stone.
So he didn't even beat her with normal stick or belt or something. No. He used a stone.
No, when this man is beating you, he made sure that he see injury in you. If he didn't see injury, he will never leave you.
So he must see you bleeding and there must be blood everywhere for him to be satisfied.
Yes. So that is how he was fed up with the girl, and he sent her home and left the two younger ones with us. And he sent the elder one because she was also very stubborn. He sent her home. We are now four with her. He now have three children from his wife, from my auntie, the twins and another one that she have. So that is how we are. And the day that I go to farm, if those select church, they didn't do their sacrifice or something, I will go to the market where they are selling gari. I will take with me a bag, and I will move from one table to another. I will tell them, my auntie asked me to come and buy gari. But before I could buy it, she asked me to test it first. Because if I didn't test it, if it's not good, she's going to beat me. They will say, no problem, no problem. I will take it. I will test. I say, it's not sweet. I already have enough in my hand. That's
So
how
you
we
put
go
it in
around.
your bag?
Put it in my
My God.
I put it in my bag. Then I will go to the farm. That is what I will eat that day. And the day, I don't do it every day because I don't want them to notice me. But when I'm doing like that, anytime my auntie send me to buy gari, I must go to those people that so that next time they will not allow it, they will not let me. So the day I will not get that gari, there is this bakery where they bake bread. There is where they throw the born bread. They will throw it away. So I noticed that also. Anywhere at all, I'm hunting food all over. Anywhere I go, I just try to check.
Is it that this man couldn't afford food? Is it that there wasn't enough food in the house? Or why exactly were they not feeding you?
He was working, and I was bringing enough money to them. Any day that my auntie go to market to sell her fufu, she will never sell. She will never sell. She will bring it back home. But me, sometimes I go 3 times a day, sometimes.
Wow.
Once because I was so smart, this fufu that we are selling, it's you have to use your brain. Because we take it when we see customers are coming, we take it, oh, brother, buy my own. Oh, my own is hot. Brother, see, but we just use it. And so I was so smart in that when I go to the market, if my own is not finished, nobody will sell. So sometimes I do even help people to sell. I do all this. So I was bringing money to her, but I don't know why. Sometimes if she just feel like, okay, when she feel ashamed that her people are laughing at her or something and thinking that why is she doing this to her own niece or something, then she will now say, okay, let me buy something for her so that people will not talk. But the day that she will get that thing for me, if her husband notices that I'm having new things, that day there will be a big fight in the house. Why will she waste his money? Why will she waste her money on me? Me that I'm good for nothing's sake. Why is she doing this? Why is she doing that? And my auntie will become afraid of, because it's already the foundation that she have laid already. So there is nothing that she can change. And even when she brought me newly, she was doing all those things. This man will not have the right to tell her all these things that he's telling her. So that is how she left me. So I suffered a lot. That there was a day I just sit, I say, God, if really you are alive up there, you just have to take me away from this earth, because I don't know the reason why I'm here. Because my parents, they don't want me anymore. My mom, I don't know if she's alive. So there is a day my dad visited us in Abuja. I saw my dad just once. He spent a week, but they don't allow me to go near him.
And he didn't even ask of you?
The little chance I have to talk to my dad, I just cried to my dad. I said, Daddy, please, you have to take me away from here. I'm suffering. Oh. My dad told me, he said that, look, if a child suffered, he will have sense, so I should not worry.
Wow.
I said, eh? Then I told him, I said, look, okay, if I suffered, no problem, but I'm not going to school. Is it okay? So that got to him, and I said, you are not going to school? I said, yes, I'm not going to school. So he went and met my auntie and said, why is she not going to school?
She said, I think I told you this girl, she's a liar, she's this, she's that. She's going to school. And she went out to a neighbor house and collected this neighbor daughter uniform and brought it to my dad. Look at her uniform. She's going to school. I told you this girl, she's a liar, she's this. So that made my dad never set his eye on me till he left. People were kind of asking me, you say, this man is your dad? I said, yes, he's my dad. But why did he just behave as if he's not your? I said, he's my dad. So the day my dad leave, I received the beating. That day was because when she was beating me is when I know that my dad left already. Why she was beating me was, why did you tell your dad that you're not going to school?
So she expected that you should keep quiet in spite of the fact that you were not going to school.
Yes. Why did you tell your dad that you are not going to school? She started beating me and all that. So before you know, like about 3 or 4 months, my stepmom also visited her, being her best friend, the two evil people. So she came. So when people saw her, I look like that woman somehow. We look alike. So people were saying that, oh my God, your mom came, now you are free. So I was telling them, no, she's not my mom, or she's my stepmom. Hey, my God. I still receive that beating. Why are you
Is there anything they were not beating you for?
Everything, anything at all I have to say. Why will you say that she's not your mom? Is she not old enough to be your mom? Why will you say that she's not your mom? I said, okay, what can I do? So that is how I am. I say, God, it's only you. So I'm not afraid of anything anymore. I say, okay, I want to die. I just want to die.
Were you going to church at this time? Were you guys at least going to church together or something?
Nothing like church.
Oh, so there was no church, huh?
There is church, but I don't used to go to church.
What about the husband and the wife? Were they going to any church?
That is why I told you before that they do go to church sometime, maybe twice a month. Something. They don't go to church. They are not church people like that.
Okay. They
are not two church people. So for me, I do see children. We Catholic. The children go to block rosary. They do some drama and all. I do used to admire them. So I used to hawk this up. I do go to the church. I see how they do practice. I will say, oh my God, when am I going to go to this place a day? I will just be looking at them. So there was a day at night, I think around 12 o'clock, the oil in the lamp dried up and we don't have spare in the house. And she had to send me at that time.
Is it that there was no electricity?
No, there was no electricity.
In the place at all, or there was just no light that night?
There is, but we don't have it that particular day. We're using oil, lamp. Okay. Then the oil dried up. So after 12, so she had to send me to go and get the oil at that time. And it's far away to the market, because in the market sometimes they do close late. And it's far from my house. So she asked me to go and get it.
12 midnight.
Yes. They don't care whether you go, you come back or not. They don't care. So when I was going, the place was dark. I saw a man. This man was walking. So I was kind of, oh, thank God, there is a man, somebody is going. Let me walk with this man. But when I'm going closer to him, he will disappear. I said, wow. What kind of magic is this? Before you know, he will reappear in my front. I will walk again. Before I will go closer to him, he will disappear. So I become I don't used to be afraid. Then I don't used to, because already I want to, when you want to die, you don't care about what. You don't care, yes. So, but I was scared. I said, what kind of magic is it? I don't know what is ghost. I don't know what, So there is one beer parlor that was open. People were there drinking. So I have to run to that beer parlor. There already, everybody know me. Even a child know me because of my stubbornness, everybody. So when this man saw me say, hey, Mary, this woman is not going to kill this girl. Oh, what are you doing here by this time? I said, I want to go and buy kerosene. Oh. So I started explaining to them that, look at what I saw. So I was following a man and he was doing some magic. He was just disappearing. So they put their hand in their head. They say, oh my God, this ghost, maybe it's a ghost. Oh. I say, hey, what is ghost? So they have to take me back. They have to take me back. We say, don't even try to even go to that market. Go back home. I said, so if I go back home now, she's going to beat me. No problem. Go back home. You're already used to the beating. Just go back home. Then I said, okay, they sent me back. They followed me back home. And I got home. I told them that, okay, I went there to the market. They are closed already. She said, okay. Then the next day I was kind of ghost. I was just asking what is, because I don't know what is ghost. So there is one lady, this girl, she's Igbo girl. She's living with her auntie. She's an orphan. She's living with her elder sister. The both of us, oh my God. Her own is even worse. She used to tell me that, Mary, maybe your parents, they are still alive, or maybe you'll be saved one day. But look at me. I don't have mother, I don't have father. And look at the way my auntie is treating me. So I don't know. Maybe it's here that I will die. When the both of us are together, we cry. We cry and be sharing our story. We comfort each other and all that. So I came to her. I started telling her, she's older than me. I came to her. I said, look, last night I saw something they call ghost. She said, Jesus, ghost? And the ghost didn't kill you? Then I asked her, oh, the ghost used to kill somebody? She said, yes, of course. I said, but he didn't kill me. Even if he killed me, I would even be happy. Why he didn't kill me, I don't know. I was kind of, yes. So, oh, my God. How I got saved from my auntie. My dad, junior sister, she was learning, this is another one who is living in the village. She's learning tailoring. She now decided to come to the city to her sister to learn. By the way, this my auntie, she was once married, have 3 kids, and she left that her husband before she got, it's like it's just planned with this her friend. According to them, I used to hear this story that according to them, that when they were childhood, that they were going to school, this is what they were just telling each other, that I'm going to marry twice. And that is what they did.
Wow.
They were I don't know, they were kind of their plan, I don't know. So that's my auntie that I told you that she's learning tailoring in the village. She lived with this her sister before in her first marriage. She treated her sister the same way she was treating me. So now this her sister, now she's old enough. Then I think she was 25 or 26 years old. Then she now came to us. She said she wants to learn tailoring, that in the village is not good. So she came. That girl is the one who saved me. When she came to the village, to the city, she started her tailoring work. Luckily, she brought some little money and they joined and they put her. So there is one guy who is living in our compound. He's a language guy. So he fell in love with this girl and he started saying that he wants to marry her and all that. So when he traveled to the village, he took his mom and the family, they went to our village to ask of the girl hand in marriage and all that. So when he went there, my grandmom now saw him and saw the mother. I said, no, you guys cannot marry each other because you are family. So that they are family, they cannot marry. So he said, huh? I said, yes. So when he came back home, he came back to Abuja, he now told my auntie that, look at what they said, and now we now become family. So they don't be friends anymore. So there was this day that she wanted to write a letter to her family back home, and she cannot write at that age because when she was living with her sister too didn't train her in school. So she cannot write and read in that time. So she went to this guy that she wanted to send a letter to her parents. She woke up early in the morning because the guy used to go to work early. So she woke up early in the morning to this guy so that he will write this letter for her. She left the house. When my uncle woke up, because he also used to go early to work. So when he woke up, he didn't see the girl. He started asking, where is Veronica? Where is Veronica? I said, I don't know. You know, when they are looking for us, they will go and check the bucket. If the bucket is not there, okay, you go to the stream. Because we do wake up 5 o'clock to go to fetch water. So when you go, you check, he will go and check the bucket. He said, but the bucket are complete. He went to the restroom. She's not there. They asked me, I said, I don't know. She go to this guy that early morning to wrote the letter. So when my uncle was coming out, because in the compound, the guy is living his own room, was facing outside, not inside the compound.
Okay.
So when my uncle went out, yes, when he went outside the compound, outside, he saw my auntie coming out. That my father's sister saw her coming out from the room. He said, what was she doing there? What was she doing there? And it already, you know that they cannot do anything together. They are family. You already know that. So the guy came and showed him the letter. Look at what I went there to do. Look at the letter is in my hand. He never believed her. He started beating her, beat her, he beat her so that to the extent that she got her waist was broke. She could not stand up. I told you, this man, if he want to beat you, he makes sure that you have injury in you. So this girl now started crying that she wants to go back home. She don't care how they will bring the money or how she wants to go back home now and now. That is how she go. They send her with her injury back home. When this girl went home now, that is the place now she sent a letter to my mom. Already now my mom, she find her way already back to Kano. I don't know how they do it, but now she find her way back to Kano. She's living good. She rents her own house with my siblings, and she's doing her work. That my sister that I told you she was sick, she become okay when she take her back. They treated her. She was okay, very good looking then. So my auntie sent a letter to my mom and asked her, so now you have children that you will just hate one. You just throw away one. Ever since you give your child away, you don't even ask about her. You don't even care how she do it over there. My mom was kind of surprised because my dad came to visit us and went and told her that I'm okay. Told her how okay I am, how I'm. Even when my mom, she's in Kano, can you imagine that my mom used to send clothes to me? I never see it. She used to send shoes. I never see it. So when my mom had that, and my auntie told her, when you are going there, don't let them know that you are coming. And don't even tell your husband that you are going to take your child. That is what my mom did. My mom said, but I don't know the way to Abuja. He said, look, ask the way to Abuja. When you reach Abuja, when they take you to Karumu, that is our own place. When they take you to Karumu, even a baby will take you to where Mary is. That your daughter, she is so stubborn that everybody know her.
Wow.
That is the only thing that saved me. He said, your daughter, she is so stubborn that anywhere you ask of her, they will take you. And that is what happened. My mom arrived that day in the night, and she went to that place that we are selling apple. Luckily, she asked of me. They were saying, oh, thank God she didn't come today. Because if I'm there, they will not sell their business because I sell before them. So they were kind of, that girl, she not come today. So, so they now took her to one of our language woman who has a restaurant. Then this woman now say, okay, I will take you to their place. That was around 8 o'clock in the evening. Then I'm already 13 years. I'm already 13 years then. So when they came, that woman was the first person carrying the luggage. And me, I was outside betting the children. When I saw this bag, I said, oh God, I hope this one is for me. That is what I was just saying in my mind, because it was not my mom first. My mom already, when she go back to Kano and she give birth to another child, she now finally have boy.
Okay.
For the last, yes, when she go back, she finally go back and she have boy. Yes, because she just wants to be happy so that they will leave her alone. So she keep on trying. So she has a boy at last. 2 boys now she have. So she came with that baby boy with her. When I saw my mom, oh my God. When I saw my mom, I grabbed her like this. I said, please, mommy, please don't just go in that house. Because once you step your feet inside that house, they are going to tell you the evil thing I'm doing. And you are going to abandon me here. Please, don't just even try it. I started screaming. I started shouting. You know, my auntie and my uncle were inside the house. So they don't know. She just took them on away. I was just so happy with what my mom did. I started screaming. I say, please, oh, take me. Mommy, please, don't just go in there. I started opening my clothes. I say, look, I don't even have inner wear. I don't even have earring. I don't have shoe. This is the only wear I have. What are you going in there? If you know that you come here to take me, please don't just go in there. Just take me. Let's go, please. As I'm crying, my mom was crying. Because she just tell me, you don't even have to tell me that you are suffering. It's written all over you. Because I am so skinny, she says, looking, guys, it's all written all over you. And the people in the compound, when they saw my mom, they started, you know, kind of, my God, you are alive. And you leave your daughter to go through all these things? My mom couldn't even answer them. We were just shouting. We are just crying. I'm crying. My mom, she's crying. Then my auntie, they came out. They were shocked. It's like, you know, Jesus. They were not ready because they could have planned something, you know, they could have do something so that they will cover everything up. But that my auntie helped me. So when we went inside the room, I hold my mom. I say, Mommy. And all this thing I'm saying is in the presence of my auntie. I was no longer afraid. Thank God I have a savior now. I was no longer afraid of them. Anything they cannot beat me in the presence of my mom now. I hold my mom. I was shouting, Mommy, please, oh, Mommy, please, let's go back home. So when we want to sleep, she asked me to sleep with my mom in the bed that I have never, all these years
slept in before. So you were sleeping on the floor all this while?
Yes.
My God.
Never a day. And now she's asking me to go and sleep with my mom in the. I tell my mom, I say, Mama, no. If I slept in that bed and you didn't take me, they are going to use knife and cut off my head. So I am not sleeping in that bed. My mom was just crying. She cannot even reply me. She was just crying. So I told her, Mommy, okay, I will sleep in the floor. Then I hold your clothes so that you will not leave when I'm sleeping. Already, I don't even sleep. I hold her. She just tell me, come and lie down here with me. So I went to the bed. I was just praying. I said, oh God, just help this woman to take me. Or if you leave me here, this bed that I'm sleeping, they are going to kill me. The next morning, we have one of our uncle who is living there. So my mom want to go to him so that they will come and discuss how she will take me. When my mom was going, I told her, no. Bring your son. Give me your son. Let me keep your son here. At least you will not run away and leave your son now. Give me your son. Let me hold your son. You go to where you are going. I will just.
So he was still a baby at the time?
Yes, the boy was still a baby and he don't know me. He was crying and all. I say, no, let me hold him. Just go. He will not die.
He's your brother. You wanted to spend some time with him to get to know him.
So, my God. So when my mom went to my uncle, in the evening, the man came over and they were kind of making meetings, talking.
But what was this uncle doing all along throughout all of this time where you were suffering?
He don't care. I tell you, they paint me to the way that everybody see me as a bad person. Nobody ever.
But you were just a child. How will a child be a bad person? You were not even a teenager yet.
My God. So he don't even care whether I'm okay or not. But he knows that really I'm suffering. That my uncle really know that, yes, this girl, she's suffering, but he have nothing to do. So when my mom came, when he came there, and when my mom was talking, and my auntie husband, I say, that I'm going nowhere. He is not going to release me, that I'm going to stay here. Huh? My mom said, what? What did you say? Did I give my child to you? I didn't give my child to you. I give it to your wife. So you don't have any right to tell me whether I'm going to take my child or not. Then that my uncle now say, by saying this word, really, you don't have sense. This woman carried this girl 9 months. She know what she passed through. And she gave this girl out to you people. And look at what you people turned this girl into. And now she's here to take this girl away, and you people are saying that no, she cannot go. Are you out of your mind? Me, I was just singing down there, saying, Mommy, please, oh, I want to go. I was just disturbing them. I want to live here, oh, I don't even care what they are doing. I was just singing, I want to leave, I want to go, I want to go. So when they said everything, the next day, my mom didn't even spend a week in that place because she cannot even stand it. When my mom said, okay, we have to go, did I have anything to take? I went and bring the other clothes that I have. I don't have shoe. What I used to wear all this while, when I was with them, I would a leather bag. I tie it on my leg, or sometimes a leaf. If I say a leaf that is wider enough, I just tie it. That is what I wear as a shoe then. So I told my mom, I don't have nothing. This is what I have. My mom said,
Wow.
what?
Oh my God.
My mom could not even believe it. So the day we are leaving, my auntie started crying because she knew what she was losing. She knew the kind of money I was making for her. She started crying. She started telling my mom how sorry she is and all that. My mom don't even care. She took me, then my neighbors there in the house, they bring out money, some are giving me money, buy this, buy bread on the road and all that. Then the other Igbo girl, my other girl, oh, Jesus, I'm just saying this, I'm telling my story just for people like this girl. I don't know if that girl survived or not.
So you didn't hear from her again?
I didn't hear from her. I didn't know if the girl survived because when I was leaving, she said, Mary, I wish you could take me along. I told her, I don't know. How can I take you? She cried a lot. She said, see, I told you before that you have parents, they are going to free you. They are going to save you. But me, I don't have anybody. And that is the reason why I'm talking that is the reason why I'm saying my story today. There is a lot of children who are out there who are crying, looking for help. Please, I believe that this family, DSA family of truth, we can do something to help those children, those kind of children. We can do something to help them. Some of them have parents, and they have deceived their parents that they want to help them, while they never give help to them. We have to educate those mothers. Anybody who comes to you to say, I want to help your child, just tell them to give me that money to use and do business. I can take care of my children. If really that person wants to help you, let him give you that money. You can do any business to take care of your children. Please, mothers. The reason why God gave you those children is for you to care for them. Not to just leave them for some animals out there who call themselves human beings. I'm sorry.
It's okay, we understand. While you gather yourself, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at a loss for words, and I just want to say, please share this video with as many people as you can. What you're listening to is somebody's life testimony and somebody's life story. I cannot imagine how many people have lost their lives going through the exact same thing that Mary went through. There are literally thousands and tens of thousands of young kids out there today who are going through the same pains and agony that she went through. She was supposed to be with loved ones. She was supposed to be with people who would protect her and take care of her, but they treated her like a slave. They didn't treat her like she was a human being. They dehumanized and took everything that was supposed to be human about her away. She had no shoes. She had no underwear. She had just one cloth. She had to hawk all throughout the whole day. She was not being fed. You had the story. There has to be an awareness. We need to create an awareness. And she's talking to mothers. She's saying, mothers, please don't give out your kids to anyone. Please share this video, because this is not a story that we hear often. This is a story of a segment of society that a lot of people ignore and act like they don't exist. She spoke about her uncle. She said he knew she was suffering, but he did nothing about it. We cannot afford to do nothing anymore. As people of truth, like she said, as people of love, as human beings, religion aside, children should not be treated as slaves. Adults should not be treated as slaves. People should not be dehumanized in such a way that they will lose every sense of worth about themselves to the point that they want to just die. She said, all I wanted to do was die because there was no reason to be alive. Please share this video. We still have a little bit to go, because we'll have to hear her story, how she came out of that up until when she met DSA. But for now, please keep listening. Invite your friends to listen to this. Because like I said, this is not something you will hear every day. But these kids exist. They are out there in their tens of thousands, if not millions, because Nigeria right now is 200 million people. And that's just Nigeria. We're not talking about Ghana. We're not talking about Libya, Cameroon, Congo, the entire African continent. There are kids going through this same issue everywhere. And it has to take us, children of light, people who are personalities, human beings, who understand that everyone is created in God's image, to take steps to stop this abuse, to take steps to save the lives of these kids. We're going to get to her story shortly, but imagine if she didn't meet DSA. Imagine if her mom was lost. She said she doesn't know what happened to her best friend, Mary. The girl is probably dead, or she's probably gone into something that, in fact, nobody knows, a life of crime. Please help save a life today and share this video. Hello, Mary, are you still with us?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Please, as our brother is just saying, please, let's save life. That is the reason why we are Christians. That is the reason why we are on this earth. Look at what DSA is doing for us. He is giving voice to the voiceless. And even I didn't get to know DSA. And this was just killing me every day. This make me to always tell myself that, I do tell myself that when I grow up, when I go married, I am going to bring her children to live with me. And I'm going to do them the same thing she did to me. But did you know what? God never gave me that heart.
Wow.
God gave me a heart that I cannot even hurt a fly. I cannot even hurt a fly, the heart God gave to me. I say, God, I don't know what is the meaning of Christianity when I was with her. I don't know. So when my mom took me, she brought me to Kano. When my sisters saw me, oh my God, all of them were just crying. They were just saying, God, is this Mary? And when I saw my siblings, my God, look the way they are looking. They are so good. I say, God, all this while but I wanted to blame my mom, but I cannot blame her because she don't know. And in this position she were before they took me from her, it was not something that she was okay. I think she was okay that she gave me out. I am going to blame her up to today, but I don't blame her because she was forced. She don't know what to do. My mom's story is a movie. My mom's story is a movie. That woman, God that brought her to this earth, really know what he put in her. She's really a strong woman.
Wow.
When she brought me there, that is where I have my freedom. You know, when a bird is in a cage and they free him out and he will start flying.
When my mom brought me out, that's how she started feeding me, giving me good food, make so that I will regain myself. So that is where I started going to church. My mom, she's a church person. My mom cannot do without church. When you are looking for Teresa, they say she's in the church. If she's not at work, she will be in the church. So that is how we, her children, become.
Okay.
So now I started going to church with my siblings. I joined Block Rosary. Everything at all, because those things that I was admiring when I was seeing children are doing. Oh my God. I joined everything. Block Rosary, Blue Army, we we are doing cultural dance, we do drama, we do marching, they do take us everywhere, competition, you know. I become a dancer and I was so happy. So happy, you know. I dance Yoruba, I dance Igbo, I dance Hausa, I dance Calabar, I dance my own language. That is, my mom was kind of, what? Anywhere you send me, I'm just dancing. I was kind of,
all of your talent and all of your abilities began to blossom.
Yes, I was just dancing. I'm just so happy. I belong to everything in the church. I just want to belong to just do what I didn't do when I was with my auntie.
So did
That
you
is
go
the
back to
place.
school? So that means from when
Yes,
you were a kid to
yes.
when you were about 13 or 14, you stopped school
I never
completely.
go. Yes, yes. When I was 13, then my mom now registered me when I came there. She immediately registered me in primary school.
So when other kids were maybe 5 or 6 beginning, you were 13
Yes,
and you were with them in the same class.
yes, yes.
Wow.
So when I started in primary school, the school was not my thing at all. I was not finding joy in that school. I was just finding joy in this dancing. I don't used to pay attention even in the class. Even when I'm writing, you'll be seeing me, I'm shaking myself. That is where I have my peace. I will just be, oh yeah, let the school just dismiss. I want to go to church. I want to go, that I just live my life, church. Anywhere, there in Kano, any parish that have occasion, maybe they have wedding, they have anything, they will invite us. Then we were the best. So
Okay.
our Reverend Father, as you know, he wants to be proud of his own church, how we are best now. So anywhere he know that there is occasion in any Catholic church, anywhere, he will say, my people will go and participate.
Perform.
We win. We used to win. Yes, we used to win cup something. So we go for marching. We call ourselves the Blue Army. That is what we call ourselves. We do play football, we march, we do so many things, drama and all that. So I was so happy doing that. So happy. So I don't used to pay attention to school and all that. And the school my mom registered me to, because my dad was not even, he don't care about us, whether we go to school. He don't train us in school. It's my mom. My mom was traveling. She do come to Lebanon and go because the people always brought her here. They bring her here and take her back. So she was having the money. So the government school I was going
So
there.
when she travels, who does she leave you guys with?
We have, my sister, she's grown
Okay, she
enough.
was a little bit older. All right.
Than,
So she's the
yes.
one that takes care of you and your younger ones while your mom is out of the country.
Yes, we stay with her and all that.
Okay.
So then I'm in this government school, and this government school, in the north, they don't do teach. Sometimes we don't even have teacher. We just go and play and come back. Sometimes we have only Arab teacher. So the thing now become too much that I say, okay, I'm just starting school, and with this one, it will not help me. So then they now change me to private school.
Okay.
And my sister, my senior sister, I have one of my uncle who was here before, my dad friend. He was here in Lebanon. He now say, okay, he wants to help my dad daughter to come here, that being my senior sister. They now help make a way for her. She came here. Then I started that school I think in 2000, we started having this Sharia law in Kano. We're fighting Sharia law. No way for the problem become too much that people cannot, So we have to leave. We have to leave Kano. But how are we going to? Where are we going to? My dad said, okay, he decided. He said, he will move to Abuja to just go and look for a place in Abuja to get himself a house and get settled down. Then we will go to the village. Then later on, we followed him to Abuja.
Okay.
So we all now went back to village. My dad went to Abuja. But since my siblings and we are not used to village that much, we become sick.
Wow.
We become sick that, yes, we cannot stay. And my dad moved to Abuja. He was not with anything. Just him, and he rented a house and just only carpet in the floor. So, and now we took everything to village, and we cannot take the things back to the city. So when you take anything to the village, you have to leave it there. So since my dad heard that, okay, all of us are sick, at this time though, we are now all living together with my stepmom.
Okay.
My dad, when we are in Kano before we leave, my dad becomes so broke that he cannot even pay his house rent. My mom was the one who rented the flat and bring all of us together.
Wow.
My mom was a man. She was the man in the family. She got married to my dad and married to my stepmom. She married them. My mom was the one who now started doing everything to the family. So since we came to my dad, since we are there when we are sick, my dad said, okay, we should come back. We should follow him, even he don't have anything, because he cannot afford to leave us there to die. I know, yes, he made that decision because of my stepmom and his, because that is the one he loved. She was with, she have 2 girls and 1 boy. She don't come and have all those boys that they are looking for. She just have only
So like
one.
your mom now, she had 1 boy.
You see, she now have only 1 boy, but my mom now end up having 2.
Aha. So your mom later gave birth to another boy.
Yes. Later on, yeah. So,
Fantastic.
and this thing that I'm telling you, it affects my brother so much. My senior brother that I'm following her, it affects him so much that he become a drunkard, he become a drug addict.
Wow.
Because there is no one there for him. He was so, due to the way my dad was with us, he becomes something else. Up to today that I'm talking to you people, I don't know if my brother is alive. Though my dad is late. And it's because of that, my brother. Because my brother never give him that chance. He always fight him. They always fight. They always fight because he never won that woman. He started when he was a young child. Till he grew up, he still don't want, he used to even fight the woman. So my dad died because he was always thinking. He was always thinking about what can I do to this boy? Nothing I do that please him. My dad will have a bike. He will just go and take it and sell it.
Wow.
Anything my dad had, just sold it, just to drink, just to, to smoke and all those kind of things he was doing. So my dad becomes so frustrated, and he have to die because the thing become too much. He have heart attack and he died.
In Abuja?
Yes, in Abuja. When we come to Abuja, my mom could not stay because she saw that my dad don't have anything and he was not working. My mom have to take that risk and go back to Kano alone. With all this Sharia law and war, everything.
And the riots.
She was the one now who went back to Kano and started working and helping us. She registered all of us in school, both my step ones. My stepmother.
So you guys were schooling and living in Abuja while she was working in Kano?
Yes. So my stepmom, she don't like to do anything. When they tell her work, she will say, she's not here to work. Oh. She's here to marry. She's not here to work. She was a lazy woman that I never see. She's just so lazy. And the same thing, my dad. My dad can never go to a work that it will last for 2 months. He will just say, they are not, he will just leave. Because they know that they have my mom who have a heart that she cannot let anything be. So while my mom registered us in school and she went back, my dad never wanted me to go to school. He wanted me to work. At that time, I was 19 years old.
And
wants
could
me
you
to
read
work.
and write at this point?
No, I
Wow.
was finding it difficult. I could not. Because the school is, when I started school, we have to leave. When I start, we have to leave. So I could not read. So that thing becomes so, I was trying my best. Okay, I'm just going to leave this school thing because I started feeling that, okay, look at my mates. Look at where they are. Look at where they are. Look at where I am. What will I do to stop this school? And my mom said, you are not going to stop it. School you will go. You are not going to stop. So my sister, my elder sister that was here, she was planning that, okay, since things is not going well, she want to help me to leave the country and come here. So she was planning for me. Then my dad was kind of, I have to go to work. A woman came to him and said that she found somebody who need a house help. Then my dad said, hey, that is good. I should go and work that work. And this woman said she will train the person in school.
Okay.
For me now, I say, this is very good. If I go to this person now, maybe she will train me in a good school now. So I accepted and I leave my school. I went there. The very day I got there, this woman, she's a select church, this white garment church goer.
The people
So
who were feeding you back in the day.
Yes.
Now you are living with one of them.
So when I just arrived there, the first thing she did, she took off my earring. She started taking off it. No, in her house, we don't do this, we don't do that. My God, I just think back. I now remember what my auntie was doing to me. I said, what? For this age now, somebody want to put me again under, telling me don't do. No. I told her, ma, I cannot. I can't walk here. She said, what? I will help you. I said, I cannot. So that very day we went, it was very late. She cannot return me back that very day. So she said, I have to sleep over. I take my bag. Already I'm used to, I don't used to sleep. So I took my bag, I hold it like this and I sit down. I lock the door that day because I was thinking, we know the celeb people. I was thinking the sacrifice and all those things they were doing. So I was thinking, oh, what this woman will did to me. Oh my God. So I lock the door and I sit down. I didn't sleep till daybreak.
Wow.
I told her, oh yeah. She was thinking that I'm going to change my mind. But I said, I'm not going to change my mind. I want to go back home. So she took me back home the next day. My dad was kind of, what? Why didn't I stay there? I say, I don't want to be a slave anymore. Enough is enough. I don't want to be a slave. I don't care because we were finding it difficult to feed. My dad now started farming a little bit. He started farming. So for me now, already as a hard-working girl, I went back to the apple business now that I was doing with my auntie.
Okay.
I went back there. I started going to farm and buy cassava.
Oh, so you got a farm there as well, and then you started farming?
No. I used to go to people farm, and when you need a cassava, you go to people farm and you buy the cassava, you harvest it. If you want a fresh one, you don't want the ones that they are selling in the market. Okay. So I do go to people farm. I will buy the cassava and I will prepare my apple myself. Already I know how we are selling and all those things. So I started it by myself. Then I become my dad now relax. Any gain I got from the apple, I will just buy food. I started feeding the family. So when my mom heard about it, she became very, very, very angry. She came back to Kano and say, no, she cannot be there suffering and her daughter is here also suffering. What are they doing? So the thing become too much. I say, no, I'm going to just, what can I do to even leave this? What can I do to even stop this? Because my mom still came back and said, you have to go back to that school. For me, I said, I'm not going back again. She said, you have to go back. I said,
so your mom could read and write. She was educated, right? Or semi-educated?
Yes.
Okay. At least she finished secondary school, right?
My mom, she's not educated. But nobody will believe that she never go to school. So because of that, she want her children to go to school.
Okay.
Because of that, she want her children. She said, no, if I don't go there, they have to go. And she was spending her money to, she don't have a boy, her first son. She kind of spoiled him. my brother, really, he's very, very educated. My brother he's doing well in school. So he got spoiled also by my mom because she was kind of the only boy I have.
Okay.
Then he don't want anything to, so the boy now become, so spoiled with money. If you don't give him money, it's a problem and all that. So my dad is not giving him that money. So that is why he have all this anger with my dad. So I went and met one of my friends. I used to admire this girl because she is just one daughter to her mom. Her mom is a single mom. She's running a hotel. So this girl, she's living a lifestyle of, everybody is admiring her. She dress and all that. I said, no, let me go and meet this girl and ask her, what can I do just to stop this school of a thing? When I met this girl, I say, me, I want to stop this school. I'm tired. And my mom won't let me. She said, it's just an easy thing. Get yourself pregnant and forget about the school.
Wow.
Yeah, because that is her life. That is her life. I say, get myself pregnant. I don't even have boyfriend. How will I get myself pregnant? He said, go and look for one.
Oh, wow. My God.
See, my story, really. You guys will not just even have time for my story, or because my story is a movie.
Tell us as much as you can. Because people need to hear this. For example, all my life, I've heard, a little bit of this here and there, but I've never heard anything like this before. And we were in the same country. So people need to hear this. Because if we keep ignoring people like you in society, especially when you were as a child, there's no way we're going to have an equitable place. We'll have a lot of angry people. We'll have a lot, because what you're saying right now is a system that creates a lot of bitter and angry criminals.
Yes.
Because like you said, your brother became a drug addict. He became an alcoholic.
Yes.
A lot of people start acting out, become armed robbers, become cultists, and they go around harming people and creating chaos all over society. So if these kids are not taken care of, we're only going to be suffering the consequences in the future.
Yes.
So we need to hear this so that people would know that when you see somebody who is a criminal or when you see somebody who is stubborn, it's not because there's some demon in them or it's not because they want to be that way. There's some set of circumstances that was beyond their control as children that made them into what they became. So please go ahead.
So then in our compound, our landlord, he has three sons and 2 girls. Landlord we are living with. So the second son, the 2 sons are drug addicts also. I think it's from them that my brother learned how to smoke and drink.
So they were smoking marijuana, right?
Yes, marijuana and all that. So the second one was kind of, he loved me. He was kind of asking me out, but I don't really like him because of the way he smoked. But they have the third son. He's a very good boy. He don't smoke, he don't drink, he's very okay. And so he was the messenger to his brother. This boy now, he's the messenger to his brother that will come to me and tell me, my brother, I say he likes you, I will send him back. But I like this very guy because he's very good. We are friends. We are just friends like that.
Okay.
So,
and were you guys age mates?
He is older than me, the boy.
He was still older than you. All right.
Yes, he was older than me. So, when my mom visited us, she brought a cloth for me, a material for me to sew, but she gave me money. This money she gave to me to sew it. It was just 300 naira, and it was my friend that will sew it. So I say the money will be enough. So I took the money to my friend and I show her the material. I show her the style she's going to sew for me. Then she did it. She did everything, but later on she told me that Mary, the money was not enough due to what she buy. I said, okay. So me now, I don't have any money to give you. She said she need 200 naira more. I say, me, I don't have any money again, because now anytime I go to the market and sell my apple, the gain I got there, I will just use it and buy food for my family. So I don't have money. What will I do? And she said she borrowed the money before she bought those things. So I should try and give her the money. Then I said, okay, no problem. I'm going to go to that boy because this our landlord's son.
Mm-hmm.
The father, he have a blog industry, so he have workers and the boys are working also with him and all that. So I go to this boy, I say, please, oh, if he can help me with 200 naira, I'm going to give you later on. If you, he said, okay, no problem, that he will give me, that I should come and take it. I said, okay. So when I went to him to take that 200, he told me that I cannot just give you this 200 naira like that. You have to give me something in return before he
That's the
give me
third
this 200.
son now that was always bringing messages from his older
Yes,
brother.
that might, yes, that he have to, me, I have to give him something in return, that he will not just give me like that. So when he said this, in my mind, already I have said, yes, now this is the opportunity because my friend have already told me that I should get myself pregnant. So this is the opportunity. So why will I say no? I don't have to say no to it. So I have the chance. That is how I give into it. I take the 200. I went and paid. Later on, actually, I become pregnant.
Wow.
You know what we say, that from fry pan to fire? So all those sufferness I had when I was a child, that was just a little bit, just a little sufferness. That is the place that my main sufferness will start.
So after he gave you the 200 naira, you guys got into a relationship and it continued
Yes, he continued.
until you
And
got
his brother,
pregnant.
yes, his brother don't know about, the brother that really like me don't know about it.
Wow.
So when I become pregnant, my brother, and this one now is a best friend to my brother. They are friends to my brother also, very close friend also. So when my brother now heard about it, that I'm pregnant, he went and met his older brother and asked him, I want to ask you a question. The boy said, what? He said, now you have two girls, you have two sisters. If somebody just walk in here now and got one of your sister pregnant, what will you do? He was just asking, because that his brother never knew that.
His
Something
younger
like
brother
that.
was sleeping with you at the time.
Yes, he don't know. So when my brother asked him, he was kind of, somebody will come, and they are Muslim. They are not Christian, these people now.
Okay.
They are not Christian, they are Muslim. So he was kind of, what? Somebody will come here and got my sister pregnant, I will leave him? No, I'm going to kill that person. My brother said, okay, no problem. You will kill the person, right? He said, yes. Because he don't know that already I'm pregnant for his brother. He don't know. And my brother was asking this so that he will know what to do to his own brother. So, and he told my brother that he will kill that person. That is war, what I'm telling you. War. And this, I will call her my boyfriend mother, she liked me so much because I was a hard-working girl. So she was, later on, her friends started telling me that, did you know that this woman was even wishing that one of her sons will marry you? She was just wishing for it, but she was kind of saying that they are Muslim, that they cannot, maybe we will not accept them. So as she heard that I was pregnant, she was very happy. The woman was very happy because she loved me so much. She was happy. But my brother never let the happiness happen. This boy, that very night, my brother went in and got a cutlass.
Wow.
It was a war. War, what I'm telling you, it was a war. He said he wanted to kill that boy. So there was a war that night. That his brother.
So that was when everybody discovered, including your dad, and everybody discovered that.
No, already my dad, they know. My dad know.
Your dad knew
my brother.
already.
It's only that boy that advised my brother that don't know. Being
And
my
his parents,
boyfriend,
of course.
Yes, the parents also know, but that boy don't know.
Okay.
So he give this advice to my brother without knowing that something is going on. And even he know, he will not tell my brother that he will kill somebody who pregnant his sister. So my brother had that, and he was waiting for my boyfriend to come with a cutlass. When the guy come, the guy was just a strong guy. That is why he didn't got killed that night.
Wow.
They were fighting and fighting and fighting. So when the brother came and saw them fighting, he was kind of, why are they fighting? So the mom now started telling him that it's because of your brother got his sister pregnant. Oh. Then the boy now put his hand on his head. He said, Jesus Christ. He said, Allah. He was shouting. He said, this is the reason why this boy came and met me today. I am the one who tell him what he is doing. Because he asked me, if somebody come and impregnated my sister, what will I do? I told him that I will kill the person. And now he want to kill my brother. Somehow, his brother, the boy was somehow happy because now he's also feeling sad. Why his brother, he loved me. Why will his brother, and the brother was the messenger. So now he's the messenger and now he now got me. So he was kind of, but as a brother thing, he cannot just leave them. So he started separating them. This fight continue all till even anywhere my brother will see my boyfriend, is fight. He just take knife around anywhere he's smoking and all that. So that make him, he's so aggressive. So anywhere he see this boy, anywhere they found themselves, they have to fight. And this fight is a fight of blood. So this love that this woman have for me now, she cannot stand it anymore because the fight become too much. And the two sisters now, they say, why is it that it's only their brother that they are fighting? So them now, they now turn to me. Every time the both of us, we are fighting, my brother and my boyfriend are fighting. I don't know how I survived with the pregnancy till I put to bed. I don't know how I survived. If I see that is why I say, this voice that comes to my head and say that after all what I have saved you from, and you don't want to speak your story, you don't want to tell your story to the world, really God was with me. God was with me, believe me. I fight till when I'm even 9 months pregnancy, we are fighting. I'm telling you. So when worst come to worst was when I put to bed, the woman say, okay, maybe it's because of the boy didn't marry me. That is why all these things. So now they want to marry me. They want to pay the bride price so that I will stay with them and all that. But my mom, being as a religious woman, hey, she said over her dead body.
It's impossible for you to marry a Muslim.
You see, it cannot happen. So my mom said no. Then the woman who loved me the woman become something else to me. She become my enemy. She hated me. And when the fight become too much, so my parents have to just pack out from the place. So they said they should pay for damage. And the chief of that place was their language man. They are from Nasarawa State, Nasarawa Lafia. That is where they are from. So the chief of that place owned a lot of land in that place. So he now said, okay, he is going to give my father a land, then they will build it. So they now give land to my dad, and they now build the house for my dad, then they now move out and leave us. So when these people now notice that my parents, because when my parents was there, they were they don't want to do something that will really hurt me for them to see. So when my parents left, that is where I fall into a big trap. They started treating me like the same food that I was not eating in my auntie's place. Because this woman have these two children that are a smoker, drug addict, but the one that is my boyfriend, he's a very good boy. So the woman loved him so much. She used to give him everything. So, and the same thing, the boy loved his mom. Anything that the mom tell him, that is what he will do. So the mom will say, don't do this. Anytime he went out and come back with a leather bag, they have to search it. Maybe he gets something for me because they don't feed me. So sometimes the boy loved me so much. And he don't know how to do. What can he do? So he started planning that, okay, I'm going to rent a house. I'm going to rent a house so that we will leave. We cannot stay here anymore with them. The thing become too much that I become so, I'm breastfeeding a child. I cannot take care of myself. I know how to plate. Sometimes I will plate people. When I have a little money, I can buy myself gari, I soak and all that. And my son, the way they do to my son is that my boyfriend mom, she always carry the boy. Hardly you see me with this boy. If you see me with him, it's when I'm breastfeeding him. So they make it in the way that the boy will not be attached to me. That when, even though I leave, the boy will not come to me. So that is what they plan. And if I'm going out with the boy to the market, the boy will not, he will cry till I bring him back. He will not stay. Even when I go to church, I cannot take him. Anywhere at all I take this boy, he will just be crying so that I will bring him back. So one day, when when my parents left that place, I never get to see my brother anymore. So there was a particular day, I met my brother on the street when I was coming back from market or something. When my brother saw me, did you know what my brother said to me? He said, Dad, if I don't leave the house, he is going to kill my boyfriend. And he is going to kill himself. And their blood will be upon my head. That I should just go and look at the mirror. When I heard that, and my brother, he meant it. He meant what he said. Because I know who he is. He will just go, he will do it. When I come, I told my boyfriend, I said, look at what my brother said. And the boy and I said, okay. Really to tell me the truth that even him, he cannot sleep because he don't know what to do. He is feeling sorry for me because already he knows my story. You see, how can I, that is, with all the life I've lived before, really the boy wants to give me happiness. He wants me to just forget about all those things, but he cannot due to what is happening. And he, so when I told him, he said, Mary, did you know what? It's like we don't meant to be together. You are going to leave. I'm sorry, you are going to go. Just go to your parents. If really God wants us, the both of us, to be together, we will be. But if not, just leave. I said, okay. But I have to leave when their parents are not at home or in the night when they are asleep because they will not allow me to leave with the baby. So I allowed them when they sleep. And him himself, he said, I cannot sit and watch you leaving. So I will just leave the house. He leave the house. There are some boys who are working with the parents, with the father. They are there in the house. I talked to one of them. They help me with the wheelbarrow and help me and push some of my bag. And they take me to my parents. I went to my parents. The next morning when they noticed that I'm not there, they came to take the boy from me. Then my son was 2 years old. I think he was 2 years. Even my son is not to me. He was always crying. He needed his dad because they make him, he never come closer to me. So one day, I don't know what they tell my boyfriend. They tell him to come and deceive me so that he will take the boy from me. So when he came, that particular day, I was plating a lady. And when the son saw him, he started crying. He wanted to go with him. For me, I said, okay, take him. Since it's not far, we are not far away from each other, take him. I'm plating some, but when I finish, I will come there and take the boy. He said, okay. So I give the boy to him. When I finish, I went there. They don't want to give me the boy again. They say, sorry, we cannot give you the boy again. You can go. I went and I brought police. We do for where they don't want to give it to me. I said, okay. I now sat back. I say, wait, what am I doing to myself? I started asking myself this. I said, what am I really doing to myself? Let me just even leave this country. I don't even want to stay again. I will just leave. That is where my mom, she's in Kano. She said, come to Kano and work. Then my sister now said, okay, before I wanted to try to help you to bring you here, but due to the pregnancy, it didn't work out. But now you are not there, I'm going to help you. So I left in 2003. I went to Kano. I started working in 2004. My sister helped me. I came down here. But when I was here, due to all what I was passing through, I blocked myself. I don't have any feeling to any man again in my life. That is just me. I just live my life that way. I say, there is nothing I will ever do. If not that boy, if not that my boyfriend, I will not have anything to do with any man in my life. So I lived 9 years in this country. I have, a monthly period sickness that I used to have. my own, when it starts, I do see death, heavy pain. I used to see my pain is like a childbirth pain of the thing. So this thing disturbed me a lot in this country when I was with my employer. So she do used to take me to the hospital. Did you know that when I came here is when I found love? When I came to this country in that 2004, people were just complaining how these people are, how they are behaving. But this woman was like God sent. The way she loved me. People cannot believe. Yes, she just loved me. And when I came to her though, they don't she have a Nigerian woman who was working with her. So the woman left because she said she have children back home, so she keep complaining. So when she left, this woman said she don't want a married woman anymore. She want a single girl. And then me, I was young. It doesn't even look like it don't even look like I
You
have a
had a
baby.
child. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my uncle now told her that I have a girl. She's single. She's not married. And when I came, I'm hardworking. She was 2 months pregnant then. When she put to bed, the way I'm taking care of the baby, she was kind of, no. You say you are not married, but the way you take care of baby is like,
You
I
have some
take care of her.
experience.
Yes, she would. If she carried the baby will be crying. But when I touch the baby will keep quiet. So she was kind of, she got confused. But I didn't let her know about it. So when I start having this pain, she do take me to the hospital. They will do scan and they will say there is nothing and all that. The last checkup that they took me to, and this American doctor now told her that, look, this girl, she really needs to get married. My madam, my employer asked her, say, why? What did you mean that this girl has locked up herself for so long, and this is what is causing disturbing her? She really needs to get married. So my employer become very, she don't want to let me go. She was kind of, when I was with her, I do travel every three years to Nigeria. Every 3 years I go to Nigeria and come back. So she was hey, she started telling me, don't mind it, this, so doctor, don't mind them, don't, because she was afraid that maybe I will take this what the man said serious and I will leave her. So she now started telling me, but wait, Mary, you do go out every Sunday. You don't have boyfriend? I say, boyfriend? I don't have boyfriend. It's okay, go and get yourself a boyfriend. I will do wedding for you guys. We will do wedding and you married. I say, no, ma. My mind, my heart is still with that boy. What happened next was terrible. This my son. One day I called being Salah. This is the Muslim Salah of the thing. I called and I talked to them. I talked to my son. He was telling me because I get him a bicycle. He told me. Then he was, I think, 9 years old. He told me that he is sharing food for people for Salah. We talked about, I think, 1 hour. In the evening, my boyfriend called me and told me that his name is Muhammad.
Okay.
And I called him Paul. I call him Paul.
You refuse to call him the Muslim name, huh?
No, I call him Paul.
Okay.
And my employer son name also is Paul. So I see my son in that boy. So the way. So he called me back and told me, Mary, that Muhammad is dead. Say what?
My God.
No, I tell him I don't. No, I don't. No, I can't get what you are saying. You say what? Somebody I just talked to. He's not sick. What kind of joke is this? He said Muhammad is dead. I said no, I don't believe you. I don't know when I fainted before. Then my employer took the phone to check who called. Why? What happened? So when I told her, later on she now know. Because later on she was curious to know why did she know. Later on she know. I explained everything to her. She now know that I have a son. So she was very happy, and my son is Paul, like her own child. So she used to send something. She used to be very good with him. So when I tell her, she could not believe. She said, no, call your mom. Call your mom. Let's find out from your mom. Maybe those people are lying. They are just lying. Call your mom. So we called my mom, and my mom was crying. When I hear my mom, my God, that is where I say, no, I can't. Immediately, these people went that very night. They got me ticket. They got me that very night. I leave, but before I could get to Nigeria the next morning, they buried him already. You know, the Muslim something. That's how I found myself from this love series of DSA. Say that love, when love become hate, you know, it's because of this my son. Because why I want to go back to my boyfriend is because of my son. I say I cannot, because I see what I passed through. I say I cannot leave my son and get married to somebody else. I don't know what that person will do to my son when I bring my son to me. Maybe that person will not accept my son. So I cannot. I didn't get, I don't know how to even say I will start loving other person. So because of this, my son was all the reason why I want to go back to this boy. So when this boy now died, that is where I now see that I don't really love this boy. I don't really love him. I was just loving him because of my son.
What exactly happened to your son?
Nothing. They just say he slept and he didn't wake up. Wow. That is it. Don't know what happened, but I do always see him in my dream. I always see him dead in my dream. I always see when he fell in a well. And he asked me, what kind of dream is this?
That was before he died?
Yes, before he died. Almost 3 times I saw him in my dream dead. Almost 3 times I saw him. He fell in the inside the well. I was kind of trying to pull him out, and he got hit by a car. And is that the same week that the same month that he will die, that I used to have this dream? And the very day he will die, I spoke to him. So I was kind of, I say, God. So I say, maybe really, this boy was saying that we were not meant to be together. Now God has shown me that really, you don't really have to be with this guy. So he have taken away something that. So that is where I say, okay, no more marriage. Let me just be like that. I don't want to think about anything again. Let me just be. He died in 2010. He died. Then in 2012. He died 2011. My dad died 2012. The same thing happened when my dad wanted to die. My dad called me. That very day, my dad called me. What my dad spoke to me, I could not even believe. My dad told me that, look, and in all his children, I'm the only person who he talked to before he died. Nobody get to hear his last word. I was the one who was here. My dad called me. He started apologizing what he have done to me. Then he started explaining that, did I know that I'm a lucky child? Because all my life when I was living here, I was living for them. I never live for anytime I have money, I will send it. I used to be the one who paid their house rent, who do everything. Once they just call, something is happening, I will just take my money, I will send it. I never use my money to buy anything. I and my sister who are living here, that is how we do. We just work, we send the money, we work, we send the money. So when my dad called me that very day, I was kind of saying that this man is calling to beg money again. So the way he was talking, I was in my head and he's looking for money. So he was kind of explaining, telling me that, did I know that I'm a lucky child? I told him, what did you mean that I'm a lucky child? That he don't really want to say this because for long he could have told me, but he don't want to tell me because of he don't want me to started seeing myself as with my siblings, to start saying that my dad say I'm a lucky child and make them feel jealous. So he don't want to say, but today he want to tell me. He said, before I was born, that he lived a life that he don't have job. They were suffering. He don't know how my mom survived with my pregnancy. That my mom was just hardly pap. You know pap now. That pap was the thing that she always drink when she had me. So they suffered a lot. My mom suffered a lot to the extent that he was afraid that my mom would die in my pregnancy. because she don't have the strength to. So the very day I was born is when he have this job that they transfer him to Kano. He said the very day I was born, that day, somebody just came to greet me, to see me. That very day they give him this job, and I have saved him in so many things that there is some time that the armed robbers came to our house to steal. I was just a baby then. I woke them up. That I was kind of, there is some things I used to do when I was a child. So all those things, my dad was just explaining to me that all this while that he's down, and look, upon all the sufferness I suffered, he makes me go through, but I'm still caring for them. I'm still that, please, I should not stop this I should not just stop. I should keep on the good work that I'm doing. I should not allow anybody to bring me down. He was just saying as if he know that he's going to die the next day. As if he know. So when he said all this thing, then he now started telling me, love your brothers, love your sisters, don't hate them, don't do this, don't just be good with them. Because I was kind of, what this man is saying. He's saying all this thing for money. And the next day, my sisters call me, they say, that dad just slumped now, and they took him to the hospital. He's gone. I said, okay. That is the reason why he called me and he's telling me all these things.
But he didn't know that was going to happen to him.
He didn't know. He was just saying this. He didn't know. And my dad was a person, since he got married to my stepmom, he stopped going to church. He just stopped going to church. But then they now discovered something in him. He started reading his Bible. He was kind of repenting, he was just changing, being good to my mom. My mom become angel to him. Even this, my grandmom that I told you that she hated us. Everybody in the village now love my mom, except my auntie. My auntie said she will never forgive my mom by taking me away from her. Up to today, she have that in her heart, that she will never forgive my mom.
After all the hell she put you through.
Yes. So my grandmom now take my mom my mom become a princess to my grandmom. Because when she's in her old age, everybody abandoned her, but my mom was there for her. She was she don't used to go to church. They don't know anything about church. My mom brought her out. My mom bring her to church, make her become a Christian before she died. She just died this last 2 months now. She died.
Oh, damn.
When my dad died, can you imagine that when my dad died, they went to the village. When they are in the burial, they do demand things from the wives. The wives have to do something. When they asked my stepmom to bring something, my stepmom said, my dad never married her, that they were just friends. So she don't have anything to give. That is where they know that really this woman, she's not. Yeah. That is what she said. So now everybody now turned their attention to my mom. They started loving my mom. They know that they did bad things to her. So I give up my life. I say, I don't want to marry again. And so this is my husband now. Please, I say my story is logo. I don't know.
Take us, after you lost your dad, right?
Yes.
Did you stay back to Nigeria, or you went back to Lebanon?
No. When my dad died, I was here. I didn't go to Nigeria because, I traveled for my son. Yeah, I traveled for my son. So I don't have, I came back, I could not travel back again. So then this, my husband now, he's a man that know me when I was a child, when my mom took me from my auntie in Kano. So my mom was the one who brought him to church. And my mom, she always do evangelism. I tell you, my mom, she's a church woman. She do evangelism and all that. So that is how she brought this man to church. So this man now adopts my mom as his godmother.
Okay.
So when I was in Kano, I do go to, my mom used to go there. So I do used to go to his house and help him wash plates. And so as that tender age now, he do used to call me my wife. He do used to play with me like that, my wife, but I was kind of, So I don't know that this man have it in his mind. He's older than me. He's almost 10 years older than me. This man did not marry. Even when he go to the village, they will force him to marry, but he don't want to marry. Then we will leave Abuja. We left Kano, we went to Abuja. So he even go to Abuja, he was looking for us. He looked for us several times, he didn't see us. So I was here. I and his sister, his cousin sister, are friends here in Lebanon.
Okay.
Yes, his cousin sister used to tell me, hi, I have my uncle that want to get married, but no, he don't want to marry. Adibi, he really want to marry. You are such a good girl. I will give you to him. Not knowing that him, the uncle himself, is looking for me. She don't know. That is why he's getting married. Yes.
All the way in Lebanon.
Yeah. So she was telling me all this. I was kind of, I don't give in to what she was saying. So when she traveled back home, I gave her my picture to send to my mom. So when she went there, she dropped in my husband's house. So she told my husband, somebody send me an errand, but I don't know the place since you are, because my husband now is living now in Abuja. So he said, if you can take me there, yes. They give me address, we call the people and all that. He said, okay. He don't know that it's the people that he has been looking for all this while.
Wow.
You know. So my friend, I took him there and he saw my mom. He said, what? He started screaming. They were just kind of, I have been looking for you. He started asking about me. What about his wife, Mary? Then my friend now had, he said, what? What did you call? He said,
Mary is the one that sent me here.
Said,
oh my God.
Mary was the one who sent me. He now said, what? Is it me? He started, then my friend now picked the phone and started calling me. You see, I told you my uncle was, you are the one that my uncle was waiting for. He was looking for. So, hey, thank God, I'm so happy. I say, then I started telling her back to send that because already I have crossed my mind. Already I have crossed my mind that I told her never. So that is how my mom called me. Mary, you forgot about Uncle Mike. Mike, now you forgot about Mike. You don't remember Mike? I said, I don't know Mike, and I don't want to know Mike. So the man, he spoke with me. He said, you don't remember me? I used to tease you, my wife. I said, I don't know you. Because already my mind has made up. I don't want any cage anymore. So he said, okay, I'm going to send you my picture so that you will see me to remember me. He sent his picture. I look at it. I still don't want him. So I crossed my mind, but he do call me on phone, and you know how we talk, and I say, no, I don't really want this man. So one day, I was sleeping. I was not even, I just sit. It's like I'm just imagining things or something. My dad that have already died. I saw my dad. What my dad said to me was, my daughter, you will be looking for this dollar till you die. And your name will just disappear on this earth. There is somebody who wants to marry you, but you don't want to marry that person. If you don't marry that person, then forget about your life. My dad didn't know him. He don't even know that he was alive when this guy, because my mom was kind of keeping it secret so that my dad would not know about him, because my husband became so good to them. He was so, even my dad was admiring him. He said, oh, I wish I have a daughter that I will give to you. He was kind of, but my mom don't want to let him know. Because if he know now, maybe he will start demanding things from the man and all that. So my mom don't even let him know that the guy is even, he want to marry me or something. So he don't know till he died. So now I'm surprised how he died, and now he's telling me that somebody want to marry me and I don't want. So that thing hits me. So I say, no. What am I hearing? That is where I started being serious with this man. We talk on phone. Then I told my employer, I said, look, it's like I find myself a husband. I'm ready to go back home to get married and all that. She said, wow, Mary, I'm so happy for you. Now, really, you are a good woman. You really need to be you need to start a life. So I'm not going to keep you here anymore. So what she used to do, she used to call my husband. She tell him, look, if you disturb this girl, I'm going to come down in that country and I will deal with you personally. Because this girl, because sometimes when my husband called me, when he hear any noise, he will say, who is talking there? Who is on the background? Who is talking? Who are you talking to? So I will be screaming. So when my employer heard that, she will say, why all the time when you talk on phone, you are screaming? I say, it's my husband to be, all the time he's suspecting, he say somebody is, so she will collect the phone and started talking to her. You don't know the girl you want to get married to. If you try anything with her, I am going to come there in Nigeria and deal with you myself. So the woman was kind of happy for me, and they got me a wedding gown. They said, okay, go, we will release you. Really, you are a good woman. So when I got there, when I see everything, I say, Kai, my husband was kind of a jealous man, so jealous.
What year was this now?
This was 2013.
Okay.
2013. This was 2013 when I left. I went back.
So you didn't even do any courtship whatsoever except over the phone. You just went to get married.
Yes, I went to them. No, later on when I go there, we take time. So when I started seeing his lifestyle, how he's so this is what I've been waiting for long. Thank God that nobody have taken her away from me, that kind of thing. So he was so protective. He want me to always be by his side and all that. So that become too much for me. I say, how can I take this? This man, yani, I cannot. If he's doing it to me like this, when I got married to him, he will not even allow me to leave the room or something. So I was kind of thinking that. But I still have my dad dream in my head. I was kind of, no, if I don't marry this man, maybe something will happen. Or I was just thinking and all that. That is why I just give up. I got married to him. Really? I was very happy when I got married to him.
Okay.
I said, God, because, something that God have for you, no matter how long it will take, it will still be yours. So I was with him. He don't even have anything. He was just living in one room. People were kind of telling me that, wait, you are coming from abroad and living with somebody like this? I say, yes, no problem. But later on, a month later, because he's in contract work and all that, and everything just started like magic.
He got some contracts and started working.
Yeah, started working. We were blessed. He got a car. We rented a house and all that. Then I started, before this story of I called last time, I was talking about my restaurant. He opened a restaurant. I started a restaurant, but that is the place that I become a church woman.
Okay.
I become a church, And what made me to go to church actually was my neighbor, my landlady where I was staying before we moved out to somewhere else. This woman was always hearing about me, how my husband do talk about me. So she was kind of happy that, okay, if I come, that we will be friends. But me already, I have this Lebanese life already. I don't go out. I'm already used to it. So I do stay in my room. I don't come out. So this woman was expecting that when I come, we'll be together, I'll be chatting together and all that. But I'm not doing it. So she become kind of, she was, what kind of woman being I am? I'm just, is it because I'm living a life?
She couldn't understand you.
Yes, she couldn't understand me. And me already, I noticed that she's a kind of woman that she's giving a bad advice to women who come to her. So I do used to listen to that. So I said, no, this woman, she's not good for me. I don't want something with. So she just created that enemy. She started quarreling with me, started problem with me all the time. So before we leave, so she joined this group, the Catholic Women Organization in the church. That is what makes me to join, to become active in church. So I was kind of, this woman all the time, she's going to this CWO. I know what these women are teaching because my mom, she belonged to CW. I know that they are so, they teach women how to be good and all that. What is she learning in that place? No, I have to go and join to see what is happening there. So that is how I went there. I joined them. From there, I started joining different kind of prayer group. I become a church person like my mom. Actually, my sister, she's saying that you are more than your mom either. So I become a church person that I don't longer pay attention to what I'm doing. And in this CWO, I want to speak to a mothers, most especially mothers. If you know that you are a Catholic and you belong to this Catholic women organization, the way they are oppressing women in that place is too much. Women don't use voice. Once you know that you have something more than other person, that person don't have right to speak. That is what I saw in that place. Mothers are there who want to, they have a problem in their house that they will really like to come out there when they are among their women. They want to speak, but they cannot speak because there are some other women who can speak and they cannot speak. So they will just keep quiet. I was just one like them. Me, I will just go, I will listen, I will not say anything. But it come to a day that I say, no, I cannot do this to myself. I started talking. I started talking. They now see me as a, they started calling me a pastor in short, because I do preach to them. I tell them we are wearing the Mother Mary uniform and Mother of Jesus is there. Jesus is there. So why are we showing ourselves different if we are carrying Jesus all over us and we are not practicing what Jesus did or what the mother? So I always talk to them. So please, this particular group, if you know you are a Catholic, you are in this mode, please, women are there who want to speak out. They want to talk. Because really, we women, if we don't talk, is a problem. Believe me. So please, we should stop looking down on other women who cannot talk. Rather, we have to bring them up. We have to help them to talk. We have to give voice to them. Like me now that I'm talking today, as I sit there, I'm talking today. Let me tell you, people, it's DSA handwork. It's not my own handwork. It's really.
So can you bring us to when you met DSA or how you found out about him?
Yes. So after I lost everything due to religious embark, anybody who had one I called last time, you can listen to that. So when I came here, I started living a life that.
So did you have any kids again?
Yes, I married I have 2 kids now, a boy and a. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So after having those 2 kids, things fell apart and you needed financial, you needed to be financially buoyant. So you called your former boss in Lebanon.
Yes, I called them and they said, okay, no problem. They are going to help me. But for now, they told me that for now, they have somebody working with them, but they have their uncle who needs me. I said, okay. So they brought me. I'm with them and they are very good people. The woman, she's American. I don't even have to even say that they are good. If really they are not, I will not be sitting here. I will not be sitting here all these hours that I've seen. They are very good people. God now always put me in a good home where I found happiness, where I found rest. So when I come here now, I now tell myself that I don't want to, I want to live a holy life. Holy life in that I will not be putting earring, I will not be putting attachment because I joined this charismatics that they preach and all this kind of stuff. So I started keeping myself. I will go to church. To the extent that I went to the Reverend Father. My God. I went to the Reverend Father. I told the Reverend Father, I said, why is he allowing these girls? Because we Philippines, the foreigners we have the foreigner church in the Catholic. So this Reverend Father, I think, is from, I don't know which part of country he's coming from, but he's not a Lebanese man. So I went to him. I say, sir, please, why did you allow these girls putting trouser to church and keeping their self out and all this? Because
so to you, that was worldliness, huh?
Yes, for me, yes. So I was saying this. Then the man said, even he used to go down to give the choir, give them communion. So I even told him, why did you have to go down and give them communion? Why can't they come to take communion? It's not good like that. I was kind of, for me now, this is the right thing that he's supposed to do. So he said, is it It's wrong. He just said me it's wrong. I said, yes, well, in my place, we don't do like this. He said, okay. He's an old man. He didn't even really pay attention to me. So really, when I'm going to church, I am not really there in the church. My eyes are fixed on those people, what they wear. And this is what is happened to everybody who is saying that I don't want to put earring, I don't want to do this, I want to keep my brother, my sisters, whoever you may be, that is destroying you. That thing is destroying you because you are getting destroyed inside you.
They are judging all those people that they think are doing the wrong thing.
Yes, you are judging all those people. I remember when I used to go to church with my first employer, I do go with her to their own church. When I see how the Lebanese dressed to the church, I commit sin every day because I do insult them. I say, why can they be dressing like this? Why are they keeping their body outside? And the same thing, when I came back here, I started. Till I came to meet DSA. And how did I get to meet DSA? It was through my dream that I explained last time. I will not go into it again. Through my dreams. And in this dream, I was kind of trying to look for who will help me. So I started, I'm not a pastor somebody, and I don't listen to pastors. But that day, I started searching for pastors. I listened to this Black American woman they call Juanina. What is that her name? Juanina?
Juanita Bynum.
Yes. When I listened to her, I said, no, how can this one answer her preaching was just shouting and all screaming, so I couldn't get her. I said, okay, I'm Nigerian pastors. I am not a friend with them, so I really don't go to their side at all because I'm a kind of when you talk about Catholic, you are my enemy. That is how I am. So if I hear you talk about Catholic, I will just be enemy with you. So that makes me, I say, no, I don't listen to them. Till I created a group. From this group, I found a lady, as I said last time, this lady was talking about TV Joshua, how she went to TV Joshua and spent her money, 200, and she didn't even see TV Joshua and all that. So I was say, okay, TV Joshua is not somebody that you're supposed to follow. So I was trying to prove her wrong. I went to YouTube. I don't know how. Really, truly speaking, God just want me to be DSA. He just want DSA to be the final solution, really. So I just on my YouTube and I saw DSA video. So I just pressed the title, just make me to press it. So when I press it, when I heard the woman, she was just talking, I say no, I just forwarded directly to the girl that listen to this. While me myself, I haven't even listened to it yet, but I just said it to her, just say whatever she says. So I started listening. So when I'm listening, and I say, wait, this man, is he Nigerian or how? How did he have this boldness to listen to such a word from this woman? I said, okay, let me stick. Then, when you watch on YouTube, you see that video keep pumping out. So that is how
they'll keep recommending it to you.
Yes. So I don't know that I have to go to videos and all that. So anyone that just come in, I will just be watching. And then I'm already living in fear due to all the dreams I'm having. But I started watching in this video. I started seeing myself. I'm just relieving. It's like, somebody is just taking out something from me. I say, wow. From there, I cannot listen to anybody. I started listening how where you can go to his YouTube page and you will get all his messages and all that. So when I went to his video, I saw everything. I put my hand on my head. I said, "From where will I start? Where will I start from?"
There were thousands of videos, so you got confused.
I said, "Where will I start from? Which one?" I was just so in love with all the names there. I was just so in love with them. I said, God. So I keep watching anyone I can. Then I don't used to follow series, but I said I will just watch here. So I pick up my phone, I call my friends, I say, wow, you can, when you watch DSA, when you are a person of truth, you feel so excited that you want the whole world to listen to him at the same time, and to start asking them questions. How did you see? How did you feel that? Because you know what you are feeling. So I started calling my friends. I say, wow, you don't know what I found on Facebook. I started on YouTube. I started sharing the messages to them. Anytime I talk is DSA, Sunday Adelaja, I always talk about. I started even calling my husband. You don't know who I met now on YouTube. Say, who is this man? No day I will talk to my husband, I will not mention Sunday Adelaja. To the extent that he asked me, is he living in Lebanon? I said no. He's not living in Lebanon. Because the Sunday of 18, I don't understand though. So I got so excited that I said, no, my husband have to see this. So they started talking about the books. The books, I said, no, I'm going to get the books. I will get the books for my husband. I ordered 15. I know that if I tell my husband, he will say no. He will tell me, no, don't waste the money on, because we African, we are lazy in reading books. So he said, no, he will say no. So I didn't even let him know. So I order and everything. So when he wants to get it, then I tell him that, look, you have to, I said a book and order. He said, hey, they are scams. They are not going to bring the books. Nigeria, they are scams. I say, just go there and check. They say the book is there. Just go. So when he went there, he got the book and he saw the book. He said, that is where he said, okay, now I can see. But he is in problem with me. Any day I call, I ask him, which one are you reading? And what is he saying? What he said, I'm reading. I say, no, you are not reading it. Because if you are reading it, you will become like me. You are not reading. Any day I call you, you don't tell me anything. Look at me now. You are not seeing me. Even you tell me, are you my wife? You have changed. I want to see the change in you. So the real change that DSA changed me is that, when I started reading, it was only my Bible. It was my Bible that I started reading.
You couldn't read other books?
Yes, when I'm reading my Bible. Because how I started reading my Bible was, I was just crying. I say, oh, now I'm here in this house. Back home, my husband was the one who used to help me. We read together, and now I'm alone. So that is how I'm just going to live like this without knowing anything from this. But what is the Holy Spirit that says living in us and that he's our helper? I was just asking this. My God, this Holy Spirit is just for you to give him the chance. He's there waiting for you to just allow him to manifest himself. For we who think that we are Christian, we are God carriers, and we are not, just allow him. When I take my Bible, I started reading. The very day I started reading my Bible, my God, I was just jumping and jumping. I went, my employer here, she's a teacher. She teaches university. So she has a lot of books. They have a lot of books. So I run, I say, oh, wow, my God. I run to pick one of the books. I brought it, I sit down. I find it difficult to pronounce word there. I say, what is happening? But I just read my Bible now. What happened? So I drop it. I started my Bible again. It's working for me. I say, So when DSA was talking about his book, and people were just testifying and saying things, I say, oh God, what I will do? Let me just go to that Amazon and download and have Kindle and see if really I can. So I open it, I download. I started from with this Who Am I? I start reading this book.
And you were able to read it?
Yes, just like where I'm reading my Bible, I say.
Wow.
So I started being happy. I say, so God, you don't want my brain to be corrupt or how? That is where I say, okay, God, I know what you want from me. I started going to YouTube. I'm learning. Look at what I have here. All these books.
Wow.
Now I'm teaching myself in the house. Teaching myself. I went and met my employer. I told her, you are a teacher. I think you have a lot of books, right? She said, yes. I said, give them to me. She gave all these books to me. I'm now teaching myself. I go to YouTube. DSA said, go and research. Go and develop yourself. Go and don't Don't see yourself that you don't go to school, you cannot read, that is the end of the road. It's not. Oh. When I want to write, you people ask me to write something to send, I supposed to ask my husband to write it for me, to send it or something, but I say, no, I am not going to do it. I'm not going to allow my husband to write it for me. I am going to write it myself, and I will send it. So I wrote it, and I send it. So later on, I sit there, I was reading, I was seeing some mistake. I sent Anu a voice. I say, look, you people can take it, oh, any mistake you find there, just take it, because for me, that is what I can do, but I know that I will do more better than that. Anu send me a voice and say, oh, that he can never believe that somebody will be so truthful like this. I say, yes, that is me. Truth is the most important thing. How can I be living the life of other person? That is my life. He told me he understand me that day. Really, I don't know what I feel that day. I was just crying. I say, oh God, I am so happy for you to tell me this, because nobody have ever told me that he understand what I feel or he understand what I'm trying to say. I say, God, I was so really, I know I'm very happy for what you said to me last time. I'm really happy. So please don't give up. DSA say we should not give up. And for me, I am not going to give up, because what I'm doing right now, what I do with my money, I used to buy a flash drive. I am just downloading DSA messages left and right. I'm just downloading it because I want to add this value to myself. When I will go back to Nigeria, I need to explode because I know what, it's not too late for me. Oh, I know I'm still young. I'm just 36 and I'm going to get there because DSA has brought something that was inside me. He brought it out. Before, when I look at the mirror, I don't see me. I see other people. And that is what is happening to so many people that don't believe on DSA. Because when they look at the mirror, they look at their pastors. They look at the mirror, they look at their friends. They look at the mirror, they say, I want my eye to be like this person. That is why they cannot come to understand the truth. Once you look at the mirror and see yourself, you can do anything you want to do in life. This is what DSA has made me to believe and to understand that yes, I can make it. And if I can make it, you who are out there, who think that you are illiterate, who think that you cannot speak, who think that you are so timid, if it were before, when I'm sitting here, you will see me, I will be shivering like a chicken that is inside a hot water or something. But look at me. For those who say DSA is fake, for me, I don't care whether he's fake or whether he's not fake. I know what I'm gaining from my DSA. If you like, what I do tell myself is that when I die today, I go to heaven. God is not going to ask me, did you love DSA? He's not going to ask me whether I love DSA or not. Did you love the truth that he's teaching? That is what God is going to ask me. And for those of you who are out there, who are running after these GOs, pastors, you don't want people to talk about your pastors. On the last day, God is not going to ask you, were you defending your pastor or not? God will not ask you. He is going to ask you, the truth that I left for you, did you practice it? What I sent you to this earth, did you do it? Now I know the passion I have. I know my calling now because I do have passion for all those children. Anytime I see a child, I do cry. Now I know what I can do. Why? Because I listen to the truth message. And my DSA family who are out there, I want to tell you people that keep loving this truth that you are learning from DSA. Don't allow somebody push you back. I really know that we will not allow them push us back, because when I'm in the comment section, I used to see how we attack, we talk, and we don't attack all those ones who come to say DSA is fake. We treat them with love. Even though when they are saying that DSA family are are bad people, they are rude and all that. It's lie, we are not rude. And this word that DSA always used to say that, don't fight for me. Don't defend me. DSA, I thank you so much for that word. Because that word, really, somebody like me is helping me. Even though that I'm finding it difficult to write, when I read them, I see all those comments, I feel like, I wish I know these people. I would just go, because you know the truth. You know how the truth is doing in your body. So when somebody come out and be saying all this kind of stuff, you feel like to. So when DSA is just saying all this, and I say, okay, this man is right, though. Why am I even fight? Why will I even fight them? Let them be. Just what you have to do to those people, pray for them. You just need to pray for them, for God to touch their heart and let them come back to the truth, to the true gospel. Because really, in Nigeria, to tell you people the truth, we don't have church. People are suffering. People are just fighting for this truth that they are not giving to them. In this, my dream that I was dreaming, really, if these people don't come out from where they belong, where they are just saying that church, they are going to perish. They will perish, because the way Christ came to save us, and he didn't find anybody to save. Nobody wanted to follow him. I was the only one, and the three sisters that were with me, we were just we are ready to go with Christ. And he was crying. He said, I died for you. I sacrificed myself for you.
Are you talking about a dream now?
Yeah, this is a dream.
Okay, so in a dream, Jesus came and he was trying to call people to follow him. And they were so busy in their churches, they didn't listen, but just you and three other ladies agreed to follow him.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
And that is the dream that led me to know DSA. Because that dream bothered me a lot. That dream, I was kind of trying to look for explanation, for somebody to just explain to me. So that is how I get to know DSA. And I didn't find it difficult to believe DSA, because already I have seen everything in my dream. DSA
So
was
when he was
talking
preaching
church.
about the church, you understood what he was saying and you could tell that it was the truth.
Yes, I understand. I didn't find it difficult. I didn't, say, this man is, no. I believe him. Even I was the one who even sent DSA a voice note and tell him, wait, you have been talking about all these Pentecostal churches. Why are you not talking about Catholic? Me, that I don't like somebody to talk about Catholic.
But you said nobody should touch your Catholic church. You were hating people.
So I was the one who, I said, why are you not talking about Catholic? He said, no, I don't know anything about Catholic. Let other people do it. So,
yeah, you who has been in the system, you're an expert and you know what's going on in there. Like you spoke about the women in the organization. So you're going to be the best person to speak about it since you've experienced it yourself.
This is what I'm praying for every day. I am praying for every day. I say, Lord, I am here. I know you have saved me just for this. I need your wisdom. I know you don't corrupt my brain with all other books and all that, but now you let me start with the Bible. I want you to educate me more. Just give me more what I need, so that when I will go back home, even I don't take money with me, at least I take your word and I take your knowledge, what to do, how to say. Really, people are suffering. People are really suffering in those churches. So many people want to speak out. Look at me now. Where am I speaking now? This word supposed to be in my church. My church people who are supposed to listen to this word that I'm just saying now, so that they will help others. But they don't have my time. I'm just going there Sunday mass, and that is all. So this is church. DSA has given voice to the voiceless. Why people don't want to understand? Why people don't want to just say, okay, what is this man doing? Why is he doing all these things? You cannot speak in your church. Your church cannot even give you a platform to just express yourself. But look at DSA. He don't take cover from you. He don't take tithe. He don't ask you for anything. But he give you. Now, did you know how many, with what I speak now, maybe a lot of children are going to be set free. A lot of mothers are going to sit up. Many people have stories to tell, but where can they have the platform to talk? Here, DSA give it to us. Please and please, hate DSA. Call him Antichrist. Call him whatever you want to call him. But please, what he is speaking, Open your eyes, open your mind, and just listen to him. Read your scripture. All what he's saying is there inside the scripture. He's not just saying it from his head. When I listen to DSA speaking, I just see Christ in him. That is what I see. I don't see DSA when I listen. I see Christ in him. And ever since then, there are some things that I used to do, but now I cannot get myself to do it. Yesterday, my husband called me. We were talking on phone. So he was kind of asking me, what are you doing? I was trying to lie to him because I was just watching, because anytime he called DSA program. So I was watching program. So I don't want to let him know. I just want to tell him another thing. But I cannot get myself to lie to him that I'm doing. I tell him I'm watching program. That is what holiness means. Because if you try to allow somebody to tell you what to do as holiness, my brothers, my sisters, you cannot make it. It's when you decide on yourself. You allow the Holy Spirit. Him himself will go, he will deny you of things that he don't want. Not you yourself. You cannot do it on your own. No? So, most especially, I'm saying this to my friends because I know I'm going to send it to a lot of my friends that say that I'm now backsliding or something. I'm saying this to you. Those earrings you are not wearing. Those necklaces you are not wearing. Those attachments you are not wearing. God is not looking after all those things. It's your heart. Because those things, if you think about those things are making you to even commit more sin, because since you are not wearing it, once you see somebody that is wearing it, you judge that person. You criticize that person.
You condemn them in your heart. And you begin to think they are candidates for hell already.
Yes. So please, let that thing go. Live your life for Christ. And Christ will teach you the way that you're supposed to live to please him. Don't just let man to just cage you in the name of you want to be holy, to live holy life. Please, wake up. My Nigerians, these are for you, Africans. Because Europeans, they don't care. Wake up. The same practice of church practice that they are practicing in Nigeria, the same thing they are doing it here. In this country, if you see the way, oh my God.
So they just exported it from Nigeria to Lebanon.
Most of them, then when I was here, most of them are going to Catholic. But now I came, the black are empty in Catholic because they are not dancing in Catholic. They say they are not dancing in Catholic. People will just go and sleep. They want to go to a church that they are dancing.
Where they are gyrating.
They are preaching. They are gyrating, yes. So in Catholic, they don't do that. My brothers and my sisters, better you go to a church that they don't dance. To have your calmness, just to be listening to the voice of God, than just go and be just gyrating and be having body pains, because I do that a lot. I have a lot of body pain. Anytime I go there and come back, I have to, you know. So get yourself out of that. And our viewers, thank you. I'm happy that you people have all this time to stay and listen to me. I am so happy. Really, I'm a free woman today. My freedom started today. Today that I'm talking, all these things is out of my heart, because, you know, I read stop blaming what you lack. There's a book, Stop Blaming What You Lack. That is where I got this confidence that I'm sitting here today.
Amazing.
Okay.
So who knows? Maybe you're the one who will help to reform the Catholic Church in Africa.
I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from Mary. She's definitely a free woman. And I'm not sure anybody can deny that, because it's all over her. You can see the joy, the zest, the passion that she's speaking with. You can see the truths pouring out of her. You can see that she's somebody who loves truth, who's dedicated to truth. In spite of all the hardship that she's been through, she's come out on the other side, and she's now somebody who wants to change her world. And like she said, her freedom has started today. I believe it has started long before now, but this is like her coming out, a manifestation, a public declaration of her new mission, which is to help liberate people from ignorance. So ladies and gentlemen, please share this video. I think this is the longest that we've gone in a very long time, but I feel like we needed to hear the things that she said, and I believe everyone who has listened is going to be blessed. Please send this to as many people as possible. Send it to those who you know are Catholics, just like her, who don't like anybody criticizing their faith because they believe that others are heretics. They could learn a lot from her because she was in there and she experienced all of their, religious activities and what have you. And now she knows the truth. She's enjoying her relationship with God, and she's now living a life of purpose. She miraculously started, reading. This is not something she learned in school. She was only able to read the Bible, but now she can read DSS books, and those are the only things that she consumes all day. She has even begun to educate herself, and she's saying, look, it is not too late to start learning. It is not too late to add value to yourself. It's not too late to add, knowledge to yourself so that you can go to your promised land. And like the word she used was explode. She said she wants to go to Nigeria and explode and help people. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been an interesting one, and I believe that we've really been blessed by it. So back to you, Mary. So now that you're bubbling with all of this joy and excitement, we need you to wish DSA a happy 53rd birthday. So on this his celebration, what would you say to him?
Of course, my Adelaja, Madam Adelaja, that is what my sister called me, and her husband. She called me Madam Adelaja. Oh, my DSA. Oh, Jehovah, I don't know what to say to you. You are really a God sent. For me, I will say God just sent you to this earth for me alone. Believe me, this is what I will say. God Almighty that brought you on this earth will never leave your side. No matter what people say, no matter how they shake you, He will always be there by your side. And He will take you back home the way He said He will take you. And the people who say that you are afraid of going back home because you are attacking the pastors or all that, they will come to know the truth and start preaching the truth, because I know always the truth is what wins. Lies can never win. So my lovely DSA, you don't know what you have done in my life. You have done a lot. You have just squeezed something out of me. So I wish you a wonderful and lovely happy birthday. I don't know how. Just please, I know that his birthday has not yet. It's a few days ahead. Yeah, so I want to sing you this happy birthday in French and in Arab for you, just for you, because I don't know whether we have the time again. So let me sing it for you. In French, I will start, then Arab. Joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire, joyeux anniversaire, oh, joyeux anniversaire. Now in Arab, Sena helwa yegemi, Sena helwa yegemi, Sena helwa ya habibi, Sena helwa yegemi. Oh, my dear, say you are so, so, so wonderful. I don't know how to stop to say goodbye to you. Thank you. And thank you so much, Joshua. Thank you. God bless each and every one of DSA family. You guys are so lovely. And to that, my brother that called me, that sent me a voice record and say, Sister Mary, you have to come live. I want to thank you I want to say thank you because you allow God to use you. You listen to God to talk to me. Really, I want to appreciate you. Thank you so much. May the Almighty God bless you guys all and remain blessed. I am so happy, really.
Thank you very much, Mary. But before you go, there's something I want to ask you. You spoke about your passion for orphans. What plan do you have for orphans?
Really, for now, when I go back home, I don't know what to say, but I am really going to create a foundation. I believe that God will help me because He really let me to go through all these things just for me to help them. Not only orphans, not only orphans are suffering, no.
there is a lot of kids who are suffering that they are not orphans. So I am really going to do something about it. I just want God to just educate me. Let me just have the thing that I will use,
Yeah. You
With
understand the
you guys, I know
knowledge.
I'm going to make it. With you, so
Definitely.
I'm going.
Definitely, definitely. We're there to help to hold your hand and do whatever is necessary. Well, like you said, we're a family. So I believe that what God has begun in you, He's going to bring to perfect completion. You're already on the right
Eh,
path, and I don't
eh,
doubt it that you would be able to accomplish everything that you've set your mind to. There is something that I
Yes,
heard from somebody today. He's one of the best athletes in the world, a Navy SEAL. He said, when you're driven, any obstacle in front of you gets destroyed. So I don't
yes,
believe that you'll be stopped by any limitation at this point, because I can see that passion, that drive, that joy in you. And I believe that you're definitely going to make a difference, and we are here to help you in any way that you need help. So thank you very much for coming, Mary. You've been such a fantastic and unique guest. We've enjoyed your
thank,
story. We celebrate your
thank
victory. We
you.
celebrate how far you've come. And we just want to say, thank you very much for all that you've done and for sharing and being so open with us. And we
Yes,
believe that we'll be hearing from you again very soon, because I believe
thank
that there are more victories to come. So God bless you. Our greetings to your people over there in Lebanon. Tell them that all the way from Ukraine, we say God bless them and we love them. Bye for now.
you. Amen. Okay, thank you.
Remain blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mary Odey, all the way from Beirut, Lebanon, telling us about her story. This has been a very long one, but I believe that it has been enriching. Every single moment has been educative, has been insightful, has been eye-opening. And I'm not the same, because suddenly a new part of my consciousness has been awoken to a set of people who I didn't really care about before. Of course, I used to hear about how kids get maltreated in homes and things like that. But I think the Nigerian government needs to pass a legislation, and we need to create our own child protective services. In Nigeria and in Africa right now, most countries don't have child protective services, and that is why kids are being abused by people who are supposed to be members of their family. Some people are house boys or house girls, and they get thoroughly abused. They are just enslaved. Like you heard what she said. She was basically a slave. She was not well fed. She had no shoes. She had no clothes. She had no underwear. She was being treated like an animal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to push for change. I believe that Nigeria needs a child protective services unit that would help to protect children from such abuse. And that is something that I'm going to add to the things that I'm going to be talking about in the future, because if we don't push for these changes, it will not come. Women and girls and kids are getting abused all over the nation, and nobody seems to care. Everybody just walks about and goes about their business. But that has been brought to my attention, and I believe that a lot of you who have been living in your comfortable bubbles and everybody just facing their struggles, but today I believe that something has woken up on the inside of you as well. There's a new level of consciousness to the suffering that this unique group of people are going through in Nigeria. Thank God that God brought Mary out, and she's such a miraculous person, because a lot of people who go through what she goes through, they don't make it out. A lot of them, her own brother, unfortunately, she doesn't even know where he is. She doesn't know if he's alive or dead. He went into drugs and alcohol. And you can imagine how many ladies, how many guys are having the same challenge. So today has been such an interesting day, and I love everything that she said, and I believe that you out there loved it as well. So this is the end of the 25. DS's 53rd birthday celebration is such a unique one. And I'm just going to go through a few announcements before we go. If you want to listen to the topics that she talked about on thinking, on who you are, on money, on truth, please go to DS's YouTube channel, Dr. Sunday Adelaja on YouTube, and you'll be able to have access to all of the series. She didn't know how to get the series, and she was just watching it by recommendation on YouTube. But thank God that she later found the archives, and she was able to enjoy the full array of topics that she could get. That is one way to go. You can go on DS's Facebook page as well, Dr. Sunday Adelaja, and you see all of the things that he has taught on, although it's a little bit more difficult on Facebook, but you can still go to the playlist or to the video section and you see all the videos over there. You can share them, because people need to hear this truth. If you want to buy DSA's books, she spoke about Who Am I? She spoke about Don't Blame What You Lack. You can get those on Amazon. If you register on Amazon Kindle, you can read all DSA's books for free. If you're in Africa and you're in especially West Africa, you can go to bambooks.io and you have all of DSA's books there. Once you subscribe to their services, you can read all DSA's books for free once you subscribe. It's similar to Amazon Kindle. You can also go to dsabooksplanet.com, and over there you have access to buying DSA's books. You can order for it, and the hard copies will be delivered to you wherever you are. I believe all over Africa, but mainly West Africa because they are based in Nigeria. So DSA has created all of this material, has given us all of these tools so that we'll be able to bring about transformation first in ourselves, and then we can take it all the way to our communities, to our nations, to our families, to our companies, and what have you. We also have 2 mentorship programs that are running, 3 actually. There is a conventional mentorship program, and then there is one that is specially made for millionaires. If you want to become a millionaire, there's a special mentorship program for you. The best way to become a millionaire, the best way to get anything done is to meet someone who has accomplished that and then allow them lead you through the path that they went through, so you don't have to suffer as much, you don't have to make so many mistakes. You can just build on their own experience and you'll be able to get there quicker than you ever thought possible. So that is what this mentorship is about. It is about being a millionaire, and the tools needed will be handed to you. You will be taught and educated on what to do, and I believe that sooner or later you'll be able to reach your dream. When I say millionaire, I don't mean in any other currency other than US dollars. So we're not talking of Naira or CDs or wherever it is you're watching us from, except of course from the United States. So this is a program that everyone who is in the DSA family or anyone who wants to make a difference financially would need to join. The next one is Who Am I? Why am I alive? If you're wondering why you're alive, our guest just said she had found her purpose, and that was because she went through the process of studying the book Who Am I, going through the teachings, and now she has discovered her calling and her purpose. That is something that every human being has to answer, or else you will live a wasted life, because it will be like your life has no goal. The mundane goals of having a house, a car, being able to go for vacations, just having a family and living for yourself. Those things are not the essence of life. Those things are not what life is about. But when you read this book, you understand what life is about, and you'll be able to know why you are here and what role you're supposed to play in the whole in humanity. So please get that book and join the mentorship program so that you'll be taught how to go about life. DSA has an app that is on its way. It's called Vintage DSA. And sooner or later, you'll be able to download it on your mobile phones. It will soon be launched. It's at the final phases of development. And this is going to be a one-stop shop of everything DSA. He's going to be able to get to you directly through this app. You'll be able to access his videos. There's going to be an academy section where you go through courses. And everything DSA is going to be available on this platform. So this is something you don't want to miss once it's out. So keep your eyes open and stay with us, and you'll be able to know exactly when it is going to be launched. DSA's birthday is a few days away. Those of you who have not had the opportunity to come on here to talk and share your greetings to him, you can send him video messages, voice messages, emails to wish him a happy birthday, and I'm sure he's really going to appreciate it. So hope you've had such a great time as much as I have today, and we're going to be back here tomorrow for another interesting episode. We're going all the way to the 30th, the end of the month. Those of you who have not listened to those who came before Mary today, please go on YouTube and go to the section of transformational testimonies, and you will see all that has been done prior to today. So once again, thank you for joining us. I'm Joshua AMATARE, coming to you from Kyiv. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks for staying with us on this very long episode. I hope you had a great time. See you same time tomorrow. Bye for now, and God bless.